What's up, everybody? It's Cliff. Happy Tuesday. It's 8 o'clock. I'm on time. Ha! Tonight, some things to get out of the way first of all. You know, it's really dead here without hearing, like, the music. Hold up. I gotta put some music on.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I always forget to run this thing.
See, I do this as, like a subtle nod to tell the players to start their Sirenscape up.
No, you don't.
I do.
Do you say that? But I don't know how much I trust it.
Right?
I'm the
'Cause I've
DM.
had
You
mine
should
up
trust
and
me implicitly.
Whoa, Google,
Yes.
calm down.
I had mine up and I'm really proud of me.
I'm proud of you, too.
Man,
Are you in Fantasy Grounds too? You're in Fantasy Grounds and you got your token claimed. I'm super proud of you today. Enough that I almost want to sing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the screen's frozen on Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because of how I'm loading this up right now. Yeah, it's like,
Oh, okay.
fucking broke it.
the voice is still working. That's all that matters. All right, here we go.
Confirm.
Here we go. Okay, so boom, do this. Now we move. And then I have to do this to make it so it doesn't freeze because technology. So yeah, so I got the Brindletown music playing, which is great because I love having this little bit of when I'm talking. So some things to clear up. We have a Tall Deer card now for
Yes.
for stream loots. So if you guys care about the stream loots thing, which is digital cards that you can buy and then affect the game with, and it helps bring money to the stream and stuff like that. Tall Deer's on there. If you have an old Grimble card, and you haven't watched the last few weeks, I got some bad news for you. Grimble is no longer with us.
Rip.
He's in the big mead tank in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
He made poor life choices.
He shot an angel.
Basu's fault.
Poor life choices.
Yeah.
Fair. I'll give you that. Listening to Basu is a terrible idea.
So if you have a Grimble card, not only did I change the way the card looks a little bit as a little bit of a nod,
Hilarious.
what I will allow you to do is there's one Grimble card that is yet to be drawn. So if you draw that card, or if you have some outstanding ones, not only will I let you use that for any player, I will let you choose if it's heads or tails.
Oh shit.
Oh.
So
Saving them some bitches. I got two of them.
now I need to turn this down because the singing is too loud. 35. Okay, so. Yep, wild card, Table of Fate, but it's extremely limited. Once they're gone for good. So there's that. We got the little nameplates updated, so you could see Tall Deer is Tall Deer, and if you guys want to do any rolls on the Table of Fate, you do Tall Deer. Shit, I don't have his head as an emote though. I'm gonna have to change that in Better Twitch TV and whatever the other one is, the FCZ thing. So yeah, so there's that. Updated the intro, so it now includes Tall Deer, but because we have yet to reveal what his class is, the players don't even know what the class is.
I think I know.
I'm keeping it secret until it is revealed. So you will see the video has a little bit of a censorship to it. So there's that. Because I like having more work for myself.
Is he an edgelord?
He's an edgelord. Fuck, now I gotta uncensor the video.
To be fair. Not saying you're wrong.
So that's all I have, I think. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm missing. There could be. Hey, Melissa with the 13 months. Thank you.
Hey.
Woot. Oh, and if we manage to get like 6 more subs, I unlock another emote slot. So there's that. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Not pressuring you into doing that. Just a little factoid. But yeah, that's all I got. So who wants to do recap for the day? Do you guys need reminders of where your stuff is at? Or
Oh
Right.
yeah, what am I at?
Where can I not find this?
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Okay, so, John, you're at 2 player point. Well, no, it'd be 3. Melissa, you're at 7. Sin, you are at 3. And Jake, you are at 8.
Oh, damn.
I'll do it.
All right, go ahead.
Are we doing like the faster recaps, or are we getting into detail?
You're doing the recap, man.
Okay. So we started off Vardrock and Ravage with this corpse with the inscription in Vardrock's head now, and the corpse completely falling apart. That was like at 5 in the morning, so they went to the School of Magic, trying to figure out if the head mage knows what's going on. And there they meet up with Batsu, who's trying to sit in the class. Head mage says that it's the number 10, 10 or 9. And Vardrock pulls Batsu out, saying that we need to go and repair or upgrade some of his armor. So they go to the treasury, they go to the blacksmith to get the tools that they need, go down to the sewer where they actually start working on the armor. And as they're doing that, Vakta in the tavern getting some breakfast with Ravage. There's a commotion outside in the south. They go check it out, and it's another angel in the town. This one crash landed in someone else's fields. They go through some who are you and what's going on. Ravage grabs him as he's trying to get away a little bit and does the whole Hulk and Loki thing where he's slamming him around. Vakta sends Ravage to go get Vardrock. Vardrock comes. They talk about how he lost his patron. He was falling in the void, got some kind of power that he doesn't know about. So he wants to. No, Vardrock wants to keep him around close. The new guy goes to the School of Magic to go to the training dummies there to practice some of his moves, and accompanies him as Ravage. So he goes, he little Eldritch Blast whips, points at it, and it catches on fire. After he's done training, he goes back to the temple to see if everyone's ready to go, because they need to go, and the thing on Vardrock's head is counting down. So we feel like we need to go before it reaches 0 or something. Counting down is never a good thing. Batsu sees the new guy, does not really like him at all, on account of him being an ASMR. They go, everyone's ready to go, so they start heading out. Vardrock has this mental image of a map in his head, so they go and follow that. Not really much happens on the way to the destination, so they go all the way there. By the time they get to the where Vardrock is taking them, it's the same shack that Batsu's seen in his dreams. So he kind of just rushes in, falls in this hole, and once everyone gets in, they go down a little bit, and this out of place stone wall and door is at the end of this dugout tunnel. So they go into it. Once Vardrock places his hand on the door, they go in. They see some armor holding swords, a few of them positioned in this first room. And when we try to take apart the armor and remove the weapons from them, some gas or acid or poison sprays out of the one with the greatsword and sprays most of us for 40 damage. And that's it.
For one, could you have done that with less emotion? You didn't even fucking try. You're just like, yeah, things happen and stuff. You know, whatever. You didn't even get a point for that. You know what? No, I already gave it to you. I already gave it to you. Can't take it back, you know. Yeah, so perfect. Thank you. You're now up to 5 points. So you guys are in the area here. This statue just shot this poisonous spray out, and then you hear the metal kind of creaking as you're seeing that this thing is moving. And then you rolled initiative, and then yay, now we're here. And with that, let's kick off tonight's episode of Adventures from Amethil. Hopefully, this new intro will work first try. Let's see. Let's see.
Of course.
Oh no, I accidentally did the Grimble one again. Poor Grimble.
Oh no. God damn it, Bob. Shut up with your puns.
Oh man, that's funny. Alright, for real though, I do have one that I made for this, but
Do you?
I do. This is the one right here, the one that actually says Toldir on it. This is probably the one we should play.
Are we gonna have 2 intros tonight?
We're gonna have 2 intros tonight.
Yay!
So, without further ado, the correct intro. See, I told you. Told you. Fucking exactly how I planned on that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly how I planned on that
I had to
happening.
fucking rub it in again, didn't you? What a dick.
So before we hop into this, Dredson, thank you for the resub of 3 months. I appreciate it. So,
Oh.
Is some people gonna die, Annie?
So, Vakta, this thing just shot out this green mist that is filling this room with this thick, sweet-smelling air that it burns when you breathe it in.
Oh god, I'm first.
That is a big icon.
It's a huge bitch. Gonna go do that before I forget. Spoopiness increases.
Why do you keep trying to stifle your laughter, huh? Don't want joy above?
I made a fucking command for you. You better laugh.
God said it. I'm yelling at people to get out of the room and. Wait, shit, where was I? Was here. I didn't even count. 10, 15, 20, we will attempt to run here. Just like push Taldir out of the way and tell people to run and just get out of the room.
Nobody likes my character.
Okay.
I'll have
Anything
to
else you want to
Sky,
do for
can probably
that?
handle it.
Anything else you plan on doing on your turn?
If I'm attacked by anything, I've got the bonus action to disengage if that matters.
I mean, of
But-
course it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if a dodge counts as. Well, that would be uncanny dodge. I will put up uncanny dodge because I always forget. There. Yay.
Okay. All right. Tall deer, same thing.
See, which one of these 5 million buttons do I hit? No hints to my class or anything. Remember what all shit does now. Bear with me. New character. I guess. I guess he's just gonna try to Eldritch Blast it. I can't think of anything. Because he like doesn't really know what the hell he's doing yet, so he's just gonna point at it and be like, ah, and then make a ranged spell attack. So is that gonna be next to thing? Yeah, that's the die, right?
Yeah, it should be.
And he's like, ah, and misses.
Yeah, like you like almost like instinctively like point towards it. You do, and this bolt of energy just shoots out and crashes into the stone wall behind this thing. It like almost surprises you, like what the fuck just happened?
Okay.
Question on Eldritch Blast, like because I know at higher levels it's supposed to hit multiple times. Is it where if you miss the first one, the rest of them don't hit, or does he get different, like a different roll for each
Right,
one?
it's 3 beams.
Yeah, you get
However
three.
many you have, you get that many rolls.
Okay. So I have 3, so I get 2 more. Aha!
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of him pointing, not knowing what's going on, and 3 blasts.
Yeah, so the second bolt, it crashes right into the chest of this thing.
And does meh damage.
Mhm.
And then he's like, ah, again! And it completely fails.
Give me another 20 roll, please.
Like finger guns, only really bad. Oh, man!
Oh, God.
Woo! Starting off strong, Taldi. Starting off strong.
So you the 3 bolts come out at once, and like 2 of them crash to the side, and 1 of them hits it. But this thing is still like swinging right down towards Vardrak. Any bonus actions or anything you plan on doing in your turn?
I don't think I have any bonus action stuff I can do. No, I think all of mine are activated. I don't think I have a natural bonus action or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Rip in pieces.
So this thing, like I said, it's got this great sword over its head, and it just slams down right at Vardrak. And Vardrak, you're able to get out of the way from it, and as you do, you see this thing just like pick the sword up and cleave at you, like from right to left. and you step back out of the way as this thing just like knocks over one of the other statues or one of the suits of armor to the left of it, and the metal just timbers over in like one solid piece. And this thing is just like looking right at you doing this. Batsu.
All right, real quick. This area thing, it's poison for sure.
Yes.
All right, so I should have been immune to that.
Do you have an effect that says you're immune?
Purity of body at 10th level, your mastery of ki flowing through you makes you immune to disease and poison.
Okay, cool. Do you have an effect that actually does that? Like,
Nothing.
okay, because you should probably have that.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you just don't have it activated?
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess that means that 40 points of damage stays. No, you're good. But yeah, no, it is poison damage for sure.
Do have
Okay.
quick attacks. Oh well. Oh, but that's two
Scrolling.
attacks action, not spell. Never mind. Spell would have been my action.
Moving there. Pulling out
I
Bloodbane.
probably should have moved.
Okay.
I'm set over here.
Yep, and you hit it.
Huh. There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
And one unarmed strike for my bonus action.
That's a hit too.
And I get my... If I can find it. It's so hard finding shit now. Agile parry. There it is.
You do have your list is starting to grow too.
Yeah. Which is weird. I didn't think a monk would have this much stuff.
Because you cheat.
Mostly.
You should have been a rogue.
Why? You got a ton of shit too. You just don't do any of them.
Never said I was a good rogue.
That is my move.
That's your turn, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Ravages is his turn.
The poison seemed to be like still like sitting in the room, or did it just kind of like spray and then now it's just kind of gone?
It's starting to dissipate, but it's sprayed, and you can still see like the mist in the air.
All right.
Light it on fire, Vargo.
I thought crossed my mind.
Whoosh! We all die.
All right, so we're gonna do Barbarian Rage. So if he runs towards this thing, does it look like the poison would do damage?
I don't know. You can give me a perception check to see if that, or an insight to see if he would be able to make that recognition.
They're equally shitty, so why
Sure shit can't.
not? All right.
Yeah, I mean through the blindness of his rage, he doesn't even notice there's any kind of poison that shot out. He just sees this thing shooting down, or swinging down at you, and flips and starts charging.
All right.
You should probably work with him about that anger.
I was about to say,
Eh.
Ravage, you got some angry.
It's gonna run right through to the other side there.
I assume pushing me out of the way.
If you were in his way,
I mean, before you cross his path.
yeah, you'll definitely catch one of those like, oh, as he runs past you. And he will take his attacks. Oh, so the Spear of Chance. Oh, did I have to roll something to see if he gets a bonus?
To see if he gets a bonus?
No, the Spear of Chance specifically. Wasn't there like some sort of roll mechanic with that?
And when you sleep, there is.
Okay.
You can roll I think it's a 20 you got to roll for that.
And that's to see if it gives a plus or something. Oh, and it. Oh, they didn't even.
There, it's treated as a +0 if you land on an odd number.
Okay, I rolled even.
Then that means it is a +2.
All right.
So when you make your attack, do it with a.
+2?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So he will take his first attack at the golem. 16.
That is a miss.
Okay. And second swing. Oh, I have to hit +2 again.
That is also a miss.
Okay. Then his half attack.
That is a hit.
Okay.
So yeah, Rabbit just comes screaming into the room, kind of barges past Holdier and just starts swinging wildly at this thing. And like he's hitting it, and you're seeing the sparks from the tip of the spear just kind of sparking off into the room, not really seeming to do much. And he kind of pulls back, and he like jabs in between two of the pieces of armor, and you see it kind of move a little bit and react to it. Asha is she in here, or does she stay outside?
Nah, outside.
Okay. Rikar.
From right there to right there. And as he's passing by this guy, he is going to cast Chill Touch on him.
That is a hit.
Never gonna catch me.
Wait, that might be different. Hold on. 11th, it should be 3d8, so there should be another d8 added to that.
Go ahead and roll it.
One more.
You really gonna make me go in here and edit this whole number to add 1 to it. Anything else he's doing for his turn?
That is it.
All right.
You shouldn't have that anti-life shell on him though.
What is the specifications of that?
The anti-life shell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a concentration for an hour like a week ago.
Oh, I got you. Okay. The chill touch can't regain hit points. What are the specifications on that?
Let me see. On a hit, it takes the necrotic damage and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Doesn't it say if it's...
If you hit an undead, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Okay, so it's just if it's undead, there's that extra clause to it?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Is it undead?
It is not. Vardrak.
Does it sense as evil or good?
You don't pick up on any sort of good, evil, fiend, celestial, nothing like that.
Okay. We'll do... Oh, let me make sure he is targeting him. There we go. I'm trying to think, what should we do here?
Not
All
die.
right. Quicken a spell. And we're going to cast Blur on himself. And then, so that's his bonus. And he's going to take some swings here. We'll do it with the hammer. So first attack,
Misses.
shitty. Second attack,
That's a hit.
26. Okay. Divine Smite. We'll do it at 4th. Yeah, we'll see how this lands here. So, yeah. And then, after he smacks him with his hammer,
Never mind.
stepping over this way, he would be out of the poison mist and everything.
Yep, he would be. But he also gets a attack of opportunity for doing that.
Yep. He's just gonna
Watch
like
out.
nonchalantly like walk away like it's not a concern of his. Ooh.
He ain't doing it, so don't worry. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
That's it.
All right. Fakta.
I realized I was muted and fixed the problem before it was a problem.
You know
On
what?
it today.
Just for that, I'm gonna give you some Cliff coins.
Aw, thanks. um,
So you walk into this room, you hear a lot of metal clanking against stone and metal against metal, and then you see Vardrock just calmly walking into the room.
okay, well, at least he got out of the room with the poison gas. But some of the idiots are still in it. Batsu.
It doesn't affect me.
I don't know that.
Over there bathing in the shit.
Unless they've like had this conversation in the past 5 years, but for some reason I don't think they have.
They even said a word to you.
She's been like, Batsu, what's up with the underworld? And you're like, who are you? I'm just like, bitch.
Thumbs up.
Get away.
Keeps walking.
That's cool. I'll go hang out at Megami's house. Talk to her. Hang out.
Ooh.
Thumbs up turns to flipping off.
Why did you like stand there? Like, are you guys coming out or what? Like, why are you still in there? She's not moving or doing anything else. She's just yelling at them.
Okay. Toldir.
After being annoyed that he barely did anything last time, I don't know which of these buttons is going to do the one that I want because they're not labeled. So I'm trying to use Crimson Right, but I don't know which button it will be. Because Cliff didn't label it.
Bro, just highlight it. It tells you what it is.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but none of them are labeled like the name of the effect, like
Dude.
under the list of things.
Dude, I just put on there what was on there.
I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't say.
Well, no, but like different damage types.
No, it doesn't.
Melee.
It doesn't tell me the damage type at all.
You're looking at Crimson Right. And you highlight the button.
Yeah.
This one says max HP, loses level self. This one says... Why does this one say
Right.
Rise of the Edit?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he was trying to tell you.
None of them match the rights from the primal right list. That's what I'm telling you.
Which one is yours supposed to be?
I
Or are there
should
multiples?
I should have all 3 of the primals and 1 of the esoterics.
Why did it do it this way?
Why did you do it that way?
No,
Cliff?
not me. It. It was an it thing, not a me thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're within 10 feet.
Just whichever one you want to do. Like if you look on there, it tells you like which one it does.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it just changes the damage type.
Right. So just let me know, and I'll just do that for you
Okay.
if it makes a difference.
What the?
What the hell?
That is a community event.
Oh,
wow.
shit.
Yeah, with the fancy effects. It's fucking blinking. Look up top there.
Fucking look at it.
It's fucking blinking. Look at all the shit I do for you all.
Fucks.
Oh, it's a gold border now. Okay. So he's gonna I mean, he like unsheaths his the whip from his back belt, and like as he does, like lightning almost kind of like crackles around his wrist as he goes to throw it, and you just see this like long lightning whip for all intents and purposes strike out of this thing.
Okay. Did you do the aura of protection?
Me?
Yes, on everybody
Oh.
within 10 feet.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Go ahead.
So that needs to deal what, 13 damage to me? Yeah.
So does it not have the damage self on there?
I mean, one of them might, but one of them is like damage 1d4, which none of these say that they do any more or different damage. It just changes the damage type of your attack.
Okay, so you attack yourself, and then
I
it does
take-
extra damage?
Yeah, I take damage to change the damage type on my weapon.
And
It could've-
so the 13 damage is what you would take, you said?
to myself, yes.
Okay, just flat out 13.
Yes.
Okay. And then go
It's
ahead and do
equivalent
your
to my
thing.
level.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah, so that's what it's saying. Max HP loses level. That's, I
Okay.
guess, a poor way of them saying that whatever your level is, it should do that much damage to you.
Okay. Those are all weird.
That
I would
is
have thought that there would be
terrible.
one button for each right.
There is, and we will remedy this, but
Okay. All right, yeah.
not right now.
Huh. Oh yeah.
That is definitely a hit.
Whip it real good.
So 6 damage, and you said you're gonna do lightning damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And okay. So yeah, you guys hear this crackle of electricity as he strikes this golem, and you hear just. Anything else you're doing?
Okay. I was waiting to see if it was gonna have any other effect. I technically get a second attack. So I'll do that. Hooah. Probably not. 13.
That is a miss.
If he moved, would he take the attacks of opportunity?
I don't know, would he? You feel like you're close enough that he could probably reach out and hit you.
Sorry, I'm just going through all my shit. 'Cause there's a lot of it. Oh, to the damage. Never mind. Okay, well, he's still gonna try to move, I guess, because probably taking a swing might be better than staying in the poison. Who knows? Go way the fuck over here.
All right.
Ow! Ow!
And as you run, go to turn away, this thing takes both of its hands that he's holding the hilt of this sword with and just slams it on your back. And almost knocks you on the ground as you're running, kind of knocks you forward. You like tumble through Rakir a bit. Rakar. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
Don't think so. I'm also forgetting or remembering all the things that we forgot to do in building my character now, but I'll talk to you about that later.
Make a list. We'll get it corrected.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay. So this thing hits you, and then you guys hear the sound of creaking metal slamming against stone as this thing steps off of the little stone base that it was on and starts moving towards you guys. And it turns and looks at Ravage. It just takes this giant swing with this sword. It hits into him. And then same thing he did when he was swinging at Vardrak. After he comes down with this overhand, he just swings sideways with this full cleave. And just cuts right into Ravage's side. And without him having any armor on or anything, it kind of just gouges into just below his ribs. Like you could see the blade actually sticking in for a second. He's pulls it back out. Ravage lets out a roar, which you can't tell if it's from pain or from just him raging in general.
Vardrak's going to take an opportunity attack swing from his sentinel feet.
Okay.
And we'll make a normal attack. We'll make sure he's still targeted. Golem, cool. Yeah, he misses. Okay. Carry on.
All right. Batu, your turn.
Yep.
That is a miss.
Okay. Fuck it. Misses with that move, and he slides his hand along the blade of his sword. 4?
Yep.
That should have done it to me, not to him.
Yes, it should have. And that should stop adding it back on. There we go.
Working as intended.
Yep.
It. Alright.
That is a hit, yeah.
So that plus the 4.
Okay.
And my unarmed strike.
That is a hit. For sure.
And I get my parry.
It's kind of a hit. Ravages is his turn. How did Ravage not take any damage?
He should
He took
take
half damage for both hits.
Oh, and he didn't take anything from the poison. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he was just outside of the cone.
Yep, that's not a big deal.
Does he have enough room to move over next to Vardrak, or would he have to run all the way around?
So you can run through another creature. It just takes half. It takes double movement speed for that square.
Okay.
So like he could try to push through, or he could try to run around.
Vardrock says something that sounds like an order that he calls out in Draconic, and Ravage like turns, pushes through, and runs beside him.
Ravage doesn't know Draconic.
Nope, but they've been practicing, and he knows those specific words.
So he's gonna run straight through here.
Yes.
Okay, so that would be 15 feet of movement.
Yep. Let's make sure he's still targeting Iron Golem. Cool. And then, yeah, he's going to have at it again. How about the... So first one, 21.
That is a hit. Kind of.
Fat damage. We'll do another.
That is
20.
a hit as well.
Okay. I forgot to do the +2, but fuck it. Oh, that's a little better.
What?
Yeah. Then we will do half the attack.
That is a miss.
Okay. Nah, we'll hold off on it. Okay. He's done.
All right. And Rakar.
Oh, I'm not in his character sheet. That makes sense. He pulls out his sword, and when he pulls it out, there's a green flame along the blade. Let's see if he can hit it. That's 5 feet. And he does not.
He does not.
And that is 5 feet, so he is not gonna back up or anything. That's it.
Okay. And Vardrock, your turn.
Let's see, he still has bonus. Okay, so we're just gonna start off with trying to hit him. Well, hold on. This is just like a statue, or it seems to be animated armor.
It looked like a statue of armor, like a full someone in full on plate mail is what it looked like. But it is definitely animated and moving towards you.
Okay. I don't think any of this shit would apply. So yeah, we'll just take some swings here. So first swing, 26.
Yep.
I'll pop another one of those. And smite.
Damn.
First one, and then second swing, 21.
That is a hit as well.
We'll do one less this time. And two, and two that comes with it. Okay.
Damn.
31. And then finally. Should I do that? Oh, fuck it. Does this thing look like it's like taking some pretty good damage? Seems to be affected by these hits.
I mean, you're seeing the like the dents into the armor and like scuff marks from it, but it's not showing any sign of slowing down at all.
Okay. Then we'll go ahead. Let's do spells. Last fourth tier. But we're going to do it anyway. So he's in spiritual weapon. As he like flicks his hammer, it just spiritual weapon flies out of it. Attempts to hit it.
Yep.
Okay. And do two of those. Another 19.
Yeah, so you see the hammer like fly through and hit it, and these sparks shoot off of it and like land at Batsu's feet as they kind of dance across the floor.
And he is done.
Vakta.
Oh, I am like not muted. Cool.
You are not muted.
Yeah. Well, I was like, oh, I should unmute myself because I've been just like chomping away on cookies, but apparently I'm good.
Yes. You are neglecting the world of Bob's Joy.
I wasn't muted. I thought I was, but I wasn't.
So you see everybody fighting this thing. You see Ravage get hit a couple good times with it. You seen Tall Deer come running in as this thing kind of smacked him in the back and pushed him forward a bit.
Yeah. I'm not moving from where I'm at. I'm just gonna aim down the middle and hope that I don't hit anybody. I'm usually a pretty decent shot. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I can't hit Devian because he's not here.
it's
the only
partially
thing.
obscured due to everybody being in the way, but per your feats, that's not going to stop you from trying to sidewind that mother sucker through two people's sides.
Yeah, I'm good.
Mhm.
I got it.
Mhm.
My mouse keeps acting up. I wish it wasn't. 'Cause I can't even get over to the dice tool. There we go.
Yeah, so the arrow cuts through the two of them perfectly, hits this thing, and it just bounces off the armor. Just tink.
Cool. That's all I got.
Okay. Tall
I got one
Deer.
attack.
Give me a 2d4 plus 2, please.
How do you do the +2?
Just click the little plus 2.
I got it. There we go. Aha!
So as you get hit and it knocks you forward, you get that flash, that image in your head again that you got when Uthor touched your forehead, and you've seen a little bit more detail of the images. And as you do, you kind of feel this like mist of water spray in your face as you turn around. And if anybody was looking to see, you would actually physically have like water on your face kind of beating off right now. And you feel a little bit of refreshment from it as it heals you 7 damage.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do?
Looking. There's like 5 million things, and I lost the pane that I was looking at. God damn it. Sorry, that is it.
See, just chewing the mic all loud like Sin's doing.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. All right. So after like getting that image, Aldrich just kind of like try to stand there and like he's looking down at his hands, like just trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and then like he reaches up to like readjust his clothing, and like as his hands touch himself,
Ooh.
activate touches himself. Healing hands. And I heal. I regain a number of hit points equal to my level.
Okay. And is that an action?
Yes, that's an
Okay.
That's my ASMR trait.
So you guys see this flash of light from behind you.
Then I think I did but I can't find it now. Just don't worry about it.
That's the spirit.
It's fine. Oh, that's what it was. If I cast a cantrip, then I can make a weapon attack as a bonus action. Yeah. Okay. That would have applied on the last. I'm good. Carry on.
So is that your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So this, after being hit by this barrage of things, this armor turns and looks at you guys, and it takes a step forward, and as it does, you see the helmet lift up slightly.
Could have backed away more. Oh!
Damn it.
Fucked. Just outside.
And
Damn it.
oh no, don't need to do that.
Wait.
So Ricard succeeded. Why didn't I remove him if he succeeded? Oh, because they still get half. Fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Need to add him back in here. Okay. And then also add that. So Vardrak, you're swinging at him as this mist sprays out into your open mouth.
Like that time I got drunk with Ricard. You need a breath mint. I'll be right back.
Apparently he needed a breath mint. And again, that mist sprays out, and it's almost a sweet smelling, in Vardrak, it almost has a sweet taste to it, but it immediately turns to a burn as it floods through your sinuses, and your eyes swell, and your nose begin to run.
Why didn't Vardrak get a save against it?
Because Vardrak, for some reason, automatically missed his first save.
Oh.
It's almost as if fate demanded.
It tastes a little bit like pineapple and pure like peppercorn, but the peppercorn burn from it is overwhelming, and that's kind of what floods through the senses. Batsu.
Yep. Yeah, you reach right there. What's with these ones?
Figured it.
Yeah, that last one definitely misses.
He attacks
you were
twice
curious.
with a sword, then he punches metal, and you just hear a from behind him.
Yeah, you just hear the clattering of like flesh to metal, just chunk, and then you just
Of course he tried to punch it.
That is my turn.
You hear from the other side, "Good man, Batsu."
Doing the Lord's work. And it is Ravage's turn.
All right. He is gonna do what he does.
What he do?
He do that one thing where he like, ting.
With his tongue? That is a miss.
Second swing.
Is also a miss.
He's doing horribly.
Now he knows what it's
Wow.
like
That's
Oh
also
my
a miss.
God.
to be. Ah!
So
He's just swinging and hitting this thing to no avail. Just tink, tink, tink.
he gets frustrated and starts recklessly attacking with a action surge.
Okay.
And lets out a roar and goes at it again.
That is a hit.
And then... Oh, that was it? Ooh.
That's a hit too. Should have saved it. Anything else?
Those were extra. Why is my shit not rolling correctly?
That's all you, boo boo.
It's not. What the fuck? There we go. The extra D20 for you.
Yeah. So Ravage is like tink, 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 and he gets pissed, and he basically like tackles on top of this thing and just starts punching it, and like he's just caving the helmet in, just. And finally, you just hear nothing but heavy breathing as he stands up, and then there's just this crunch of metal on the ground with the helmet all completely caved in. And this thing is just on the floor, just motionless at this point. Melissa, give me a 2d4 plus 9.
Raggy.
Oh god.
I think I know what's about to happen. Sorry, guys.
Plus 9 here. 2 of these.
All right. And as far back as you are, Vakta, like the burning and everything is subsided from this spray, and it's just kind of a pleasant smell that you have right now, like a really like sweet, fruity type smell. And it gives you this flashback to a time when you were a child. What experience was this?
Probably Herfu buying Vakta like some sweet snack after he kind of took her in off the streets.
So like your first interaction with Herfru?
Yeah.
And you get this like wave of nostalgia. And the thought alone just makes you feel good. Like you just have this pleasant, like all the doom and gloom of this place that you're in kind of just subsides for a moment, and you just get this warm feeling and heal 15 points from it. Before you're sort of snapped back into the reality of the situation. As you sort of you gain your bearings and look around, and you notice that the room that you're standing in here, in the center is this glass tube that is about 10-15 feet wide, from floor to ceiling, and as you peer into it, it goes down slightly, and every now and again you see this burst of what looks like snow or something shoot up through the tube, smash into the ceiling, and then fall back down. And as your gaze sweeps around the room, you see that there are 8 more statues in this room. There are 4 standing in the middle with their back facing this tube in a circular fashion. And then there are 4 others that are like adjacent to the 2 that are in the 4 that are in the middle on the outside perimeter looking at the other ones.
Huh. I'm gonna move over here. And I'm just gonna survey the room, see if there's like anything connecting to these, if they're like if they seem to be with their wait, you said they were with their backs faced to the tube?
Correct.
Alright, I'm trying to see if they're connected in any way. Like if they have anything to do with it.
From what you can see, no. They look just like the ones from the other room. It's just these full plate like statuettes. All of them holding slightly different variations of weapons. Some have swords, some have maces, some have shields, some don't. But they all look like they're just statuettes standing on a stone, like a small 4 or 5 inch thick stone like pedestal. Bless you.
That's you.
The blessing of Bob.
You guys feed his ego too much.
That's what we do around here.
So, the golem we just fought didn't look any different from the other armor thing. I'm having issues with words because I have a really bad migraine and I can't talk.
No, they like, other than the fact that the one came to attack you, they were all indistinguishable from one another as far as how they appear.
Cool. Now I'm scared of all of these.
And you're standing right next to one.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm just gonna, unless anyone else is doing anything, I'm gonna tiptoe my way around the edge of the room and like peek over here and see what this is.
Yeah, so as you walk around that side of the room, you pass by, to your right-hand side, a room with the door, a wooden door that is open, that leads into a room of complete blackness. It's not a supernatural blackness, it's just a room without light. You could see through it with your dark vision. It appears to be some sort of a library or a study. And as you go to that side, you see that there's another room that has sort of this stone alcove that sticks out a bit. And the room on the other area is lined with torches, and it has this sandy sort of like damp sand ground.
I don't like any of these options.
I'll take the dark hall over fucking loose sand.
Yeah, I'll
Goddamn sure.
Vardrak's gonna look over at Ricard and says, "Would you mind checking everyone to make sure that we are ready before anything else unexpected happens?"
Yeah, he's already going to where he can see everybody and sitting down to do a quick prayer on everyone. Now let's target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that everyone?
Group hug.
Okay.
Well, except for Batsu, because he's on the other side of the world.
The most heals ever.
Hey, it's mass healing for a reason.
Keep up the good work, Super Keaton.
I still don't understand how the healing works in this. Like, no matter what you do, it's gonna be like, oh, maybe 3 ones in a row. I don't know.
That's just you, buddy. I'll create some NPCs that can heal, and we'll see if they roll ones.
Well, that ain't shit. So let's use some more spell slots. Going over the Vakta.
Hey, what's up?
He's like, hey, Vakta.
Hey!
Why are you laughing?
Why do you keep licking your lips, Ricard? It's not appropriate.
Hey, dumb question. Who did Ricard heal with that last one?
Everyone.
You sure about that?
It should have. He targeted everybody.
I didn't get it.
About to say, I don't think you healed anybody with that. Like, it doesn't show anybody got healed, so I think you just might have healed yourself.
What a dick.
Actually, I don't even think you healed yourself. All right, so hold on, let me.
Untargeted all of us somehow.
It's fine. I will go ahead and do this. Was Batsu supposed to get it too?
Yeah.
Even though
We
he's
got
way over
6
there.
slots, so might as well.
Okay.
6-foot range.
Okay. And then Vakta also gets an additional 7.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Vakta gets
29.
that. So there's that slot.
Yeah, look at that. See, you didn't roll all ones on that one.
Vardrak's supposed to get an additional.
You don't get shit.
Yeah, you do. Cause
No, you don't get shit. Promise.
You did it. You made the weapon.
Is that still targeting Vakta? That should not have been targeting Vakta.
That was Vardrak. Oh,
Screw
wait,
it.
no. You did both of them somehow.
Oh, Vakta's totally at full health now.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep. That's how that
I
works.
mean, that's
Yeah.
what the game says.
I saw it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
takesy backsies.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then she got another whiff of that poison and took 9 damage.
Ooh, what's this? Oh shit!
Vardrak got next to her because it was sprayed directly on him. It's like in his beard and shit.
And she gave him a quick kiss and poisoned herself.
Yep. For 9 damage.
Worth it.
It's weird how that
God.
works.
Yeah, we still have 60. Okay.
You're still okay. Hold on.
What did that target mean now?
That sounded like auto tune.
Angry computer.
Okay, hold on. Quit fucking doing this because you're making it really difficult for me to know what's going on here.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, there you go.
Fucking with Sin's fucking lightsaber there just sounded like, why did it target me?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
Oh no. Why did it target All right. So as you guys are standing in this room, you guys are seeing this energy being pushed up through this tube and these statues all around. And as you're standing there, off in the distance, it seems to be echoing down both corridors. You guys hear like this noise, almost like a bunch of feet like scraping against stone.
Why?
No. Nope.
Don't be gross, Cliff.
That's all I know.
Vardra's gonna walk over here.
I can't see shit in there. Can you?
He's squinting hard.
Burn a spell on that. Fucking blind assholes. Learn how to fucking see in the dark.
I can.
Hold
He
on.
can't.
Let me practice that a little bit.
Batsu literally the only one without dark vision.
Both of my characters.
Wow.
God damn it. Ricard doesn't have dark vision? What?
No.
Really?
He's fucking entitled ass. Just thinks everyone could do everything.
He believes in you. You can do it.
See
Try
a fucking
hard.
vein start popping up in his head as he's real hard.
So, to no one's surprise, Vardrak doesn't see anything down this hallway. It looks completely clear.
Yeah, so looking down that hallway, you see that there's like some bookshelves, and it's a dark room. It reminds you of like when you're at
I
the
know better
castle
than-
and none of the door or none of the lights are on or anything, you know.
I know better than to believe you ever, so I'm taking a second look.
So looking through, you see that this room has bookshelves that are lining both to the left and to the right of the door. There's a table in the middle with some papers on it. And then down the hall slightly, you see that there is a bend in the hallway, and there's light kind of spilling into this room from there.
Hey, Vardrak, you go with fire, right? You like light this room on fire?
Books.
Not while we're in here.
I mean, you could.
Before we go in, I'm gonna check for traps. Because clearly we've already run into golems. Who knows what else we will find.
Okay. And where are you checking and what are you looking for?
I'm checking for, like, anything embedded into the walls or entryway, any stones that look loose or slightly different in the floor, just anything just slightly off.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a thieves tool check.
Thieves tools.
Vardrak's gonna ready his shield. If anything looks like it's about to go off, he's gonna just try and put it in front of her.
That's not great.
Yeah, 21 is terrible. How could you?
I only rolled an 11.
Okay. Sure. That's a valid complaint. Shut up, Melissa. You and your ability.
So looking around, you check the door itself. The door doesn't seem to be rigged. Through tapping on the stones, none of the stones seem to have any sort of pressure to them or anything of the sort. For all intents and purposes, you find no traps.
Hmm. Where's Grimble when you need him? I could just tell him there's booze at the end of this hallway.
Damn. Hey, go down there. You're expendable. I mean, valuable.
Let's see who's new. Well,
So I see
Hey,
what's
Ricard!
going on here. I rolled a new character and I just traded Vardrak bullshit for Batsu bullshit. Gotcha. Okay.
alright. Hey, Ricard, look
Um,
down this hallway. You're creepy. It's creepy. It'll be great. I don't actually say that.
With all due respects, fuck you.
You know,
Don't
you know,
talk to your
just
queen
saying,
like that.
with all due respect, doesn't really change the fact that you said.
With all due respect, you just said fuck you to the queen. Off with your head. Pulls a bottle of wine out of the floor.
How with those of us with dark vision, how big is this room? Like, does it seem like is it accurate? size?
I mean, the
Is
first
it-
room is a little bit bigger than like 15 by 20. I mean, it's not a huge room by any means. It's kind of a cozy sized room that looks like it was used as a study or some sort of record keeping area. And then the hallway, you can see the end of the hallway 35, 40 feet or so down the way. I mean, so you could see from the doorway, you can pretty much see the entire everything in this area.
Okay.
Um,
No ghost.
Roger's gonna put his thumb on his forehead to see if he feels the mark still there.
No, we said at the end of the.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it disappeared.
Okay. Well,
Well, he's just gonna walk in. He doesn't see anything obviously there, and Octa was fussing around with some stuff, so he didn't come back with any alerting details. So he can see in there. He's just gonna walk in.
Okay, when you walk in,
Yep,
Yep.
called it. Sure did.
you notice that there's like some standing water on the ground. And as you walk in a few feet, you can see on the ceiling when looking up that there's like ice. Almost like the condensation has frozen at the top and it's dripping down.
Good. A water part. Nothing ever bad comes from a water part. Okay.
Roderick's just watching to see what you're doing.
Yeah, I assume all of y'all are.
Yep.
You're all standing behind me now, not following. I see what it is.
You'll learn how this group is.
But you're untrustworthy bastards.
Yep.
Does it appear to be safe in there, Teldir?
I mean, there's a lot of ice and water. It's kind of damp, moist, if you will. But nothing's happening.
Does the water go all the way across the room?
Is it?
For the most part, it's like concentrated in the first room that he's in, where there's like the books and the bookshelves and whatnot. You see that it's mostly there, but you know the floor appears to be damp throughout.
Was there a way to not be standing in the water in this room?
It's not like it's deep water. It's just like covering the floor. It's if this was a Walmart, there'd be a wet floor sign.
Oh, okay. So it's less of a slosh and more of a quick, 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 quick.
Yeah, just kind of like yeah.
Okay. No, it just appears to be wet. Just wet. Y'all are children. Grow up.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Roderick is going to look over to Vogta and wait here. And he starts walking in.
Yeah, that always goes well.
Right now, we got to be worried about Vardrock too. Oh, is he trying to get ahead of me now? Is this how this is gonna go?
He's walking beside you.
Okay.
He's got his shield up. And just kind of surveying as they walk.
Fucking peacocks, the both of you.
Someone in the chat, give me a exclamation point roll 10. Players, what's everybody else doing?
Batu's stepping on, like, in and out of this room.
No! Nobody's over there!
Can we go into the room where you can see?
So, like,
No.
are you like bobbing in and out of this room?
Kind of, like, not bobbing in, but like 1 foot, like, pushing down on the floor.
Roll a death save. No, not joking. No, I'm joking. So like as you're looking into this room here, like similarly, what you're seeing is that like the walls have like this mossy coating to it, and the ceiling has that sort of frozen condensation that's dripping down, which is causing this dirt, this sand in this area to be moistened. And like as you put your foot into it, it sinks ever so slightly into it.
Not deep though. Like,
No, I mean you still have proper footing. You can feel that there's stone underneath where you're standing at, but the sand is softened and clumping up.
I prefer the room where I can see. I want to hold my hand. I'll go over there, I guess.
I'll hold your hand, Batsu.
Alright, never mind. I can just walk, I guess. I mean, punch something.
What?
You broke up on that last one.
Just point me in a direction if I need to punch something, I guess.
When he walks over, Vakta like just grabs the back of his collar so she can like steer him around like a toddler. It's like, we're going this way now.
He hears something. He's like, just ah!
And Vakta's waiting for any motion from Vardrak that they can go in the room.
Yeah, I imagine Vardrak and Taldir would just go to the end of the hall here, and if everything looks good, they're gonna wave everybody else across.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just noticed that this is like the area that you're in right now. There's some crates and barrels. Everything seems to be waterlogged. And as you're moving closer in, you can feel a cool breeze blowing in from the room where the light is. And you see that Taldir, from where you're standing at right now, you can see that in the adjacent room to you guys, that there's a torch burning on that back wall.
Well, we definitely know someone's here. As that door that we came in was open, and we have now a lit torch.
Sure do.
Just that sound of that we heard earlier coming from both directions, does it seem to be getting louder or more faded away or about the same?
You only heard it that one time when you were in there, and it sounded like something scurrying. Like I said, it sounded like a lot of like tiny feet on almost like a dragging sound on stone.
Okay. Peering down here, do you see anything to that next wall?
Staring straight through, you just see that the hall ends and there's a bend to it.
Okay, he's gonna wave everybody else to come join them.
Alright.
All right, and as Rakir walks in, you guys hear the sound of scraping metal, and
Another one?
the door slams shut, the wooden door that was separating the two rooms. And from behind Ravage, there's the sound of metal.
Okay. And he turned around to see what that is.
Yeah, you turn around and see that the door slams shut.
Okay, from what does Ravage see? Oh, the Iron Golem. That's fine.
It's okay.
Is
What
it the
Ravage?
same one?
It is not the same one. What Ravage sees is the door slam shut. And what Ravage feels
Is pain.
is this blade
Ouch time.
hitting him in the back. And as he spins around to see what's going on, a second thrust of the sword comes at him. And this one, it hits him square in the face.
Oh
You thrusted him in the face.
Yep.
no, my savage baby.
And so Vakta, you heard door shut, clanking of metal, and you hear Ravage making a sound of pain that you could only assume that one of those statues came to life. It's your turn. We are in combat.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cool, I can get right back to the door. And I'm going to see if there's any way I can open it.
As you check the handle for it, it is locked.
Is it something I can pick?
It is. You
Like-
could take an action to use your thieves' tools to attempt to pick it.
I am doing exactly that. Kind of.
19. Yeah, so you're able to fiddle around with the lock a bit, and you hear the latch click, and you feel confident that it's unlocked.
Oh, no, I'm afraid to open the door. I'm going to open the door. I'm afraid to do everything in here.
Yeah, so you swing the door open, and you see the statue that you actually had your back almost pressed against when you were looking at that tube in the middle has stepped off its platform and isn't engaging with Ravage right now.
Yeah, cool.
But that would be your turn unless you have a bonus action.
Nope.
Toldir.
Lucky for me, I am very fast in the dark.
Does the dark really help with your speed?
Yep, sure does.
Okay.
Huh.
Dark velocity. I get plus 10 feet in the dark.
So edgy.
Are you sure you're not an edgelord?
Totally guessed it. So Vakta is blocking the door, so to get through her, it would take an extra movement. So you could get right up to her, but she is blocking this doorway.
What is the range on my whip?
What is the range of what?
Of my whip.
Probably 5 feet. Unless it's a reach weapon.
It does have reach.
Then it's 10 feet.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, but it's 10 feet that you are swinging through a doorway that is blocked by Vakta and past Ravage.
Oh, fair.
So I would say that the Iron Golem has at least 3/4 cover.
Okay.
You can still do it. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, John.
Huh?
Is Ravage afraid of the dark?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
It's a goddamn bugbear. He loves that shit.
So I'm going to cast Darkness on Ravage.
Okay.
Wait, where'd he go? Oh, that automatically goes. Alright. Wait, is that self-only? That shouldn't be self-only, is it?
You
No.
can place it down.
It's
somewhere.
fine. You cast it on Ravage. How big of an area does it do?
15 feet.
15-foot circle.
Yeah, 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. Darkness
Okay.
spreads around corners. And At the point you choose is an object you're holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it. So I guess it'd be Ravage's weapon. Is that okay?
Okay.
I know he sure as shit ain't letting go of that. At least if he can help it. I think that's all I can do. That's something I can't do. So I can't manage anything. A spell is an action, right?
Spell is an action. Yeah, that is a single action.
Alright, then I'm done. I don't think I have bonus action unless.
All right.
Now, just make sure you're aware, Jake. You can't see through that.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Aware what?
Neither
Dark vision
neither can
has
the
no
golem.
effect on darkness.
Yeah, so
There-
as he casts this, Vakta, you see it firsthand. This almost smoky blackness comes off of Ravage's weapon and just immediately just shoots out into the area, and you almost flinch for a second as this darkness rushes towards you, and you can see nothing now. You can't even see your hands in front of your face. You are effectively blind at this point.
Cool.
Batsu, you turn around just in time to see nothing because it's already dark in here, and it is even darker at the end of that hallway now. Like the little bit that you could make out from the light coming in behind you that's kind of bouncing off the rims of the bookshelves and whatnot. At the end of the hallway, you see nothing.
It's like the blackest black you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Buster gets ready to turn and run, and he sees all this, and he like looks back at Vardrock, and he's like, what am I supposed to do?" Like, I literally can't see shit.
Punch the darkness, Bob says.
There's light coming from the direction that Vardruk was heading in, right, Cliff?
Yeah, there's a little bit of light. There's dim light where Batsu is standing right now.
And he just goes, cover us from behind where you can see. Just make sure nothing comes up behind us.
Yes, sir. Move where I want you to move. Move where I want you to move. There. And where's my thingy? Patient defense, doing a dodge action right here.
And as you walk into this room and look in a little bit, you can see that there's looks like busted crates and some old barrels, but everything is like rotting and waterlogged. And you get kind of a strange feeling when standing in this area. Kind of like the feeling you would get when you walk through a graveyard alone at night. That kind of uneasy feeling rushes over you as soon as you walk into this room.
And all the crates and barrels are busted up, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Why do
They
you
would
ask
be
it?
now.
There's one that looks like a pristine treasure chest. No, they all look pretty busted up and like rotted.
Fuck that
Yeah,
chest.
he's not really watching the area. He's like watching the crates and shit.
Oh my god.
All right,
That's his turn.
Ravage. You get attacked by this thing. Hits you in the back the first time you turn to see it hitting you right in the face. You hear this clatter of footsteps coming behind you as you hear the latch unlock, and the next thing you know is just blackness. You see nothing. You can hear the sounds of everybody kind of barking orders and everything behind you, and you hear the sound of metal in front of you scraping against stone.
Did Vakta say anything as she opened the door?
Not to me, she didn't.
No.
He probably would have at least heard Taldir doing some kind of incantation to cast that darkness.
He
I would argue.
knows nothing about magic, so.
But he would have heard
My point is more he
something.
heard the sound, so he knows where people. He would have a relative direction of where people are compared to.
Oh yeah, and he can still hear you guys. I mean, it's not like you guys are being quiet at this point. So he can hear the sounds behind him, and he can hear the metal scraping in front of him.
Let's see. Is he still raging? No, he wouldn't be raging.
He
'cause
would
that
not
was a
be.
Separate act combat. Okay. So he knows the two of you are there. He hears everyone else.
Actually, thanks for bringing that up because
Yeah, I
those
think you have to-
attacks were partially resisted due to his rage. And they shouldn't have been. So I need to add 7 and 17, 24 to his damage. And he's doing a lot worse off than he was before you guys walked in that room.
Yeah. So in his confusion, as he turned to get blindsided and took a shot to the head, and all of a sudden it goes dark. He's, he says, "My queen, I am blind. What should I do?"
Follow the sound of my voice. Come this way. Get out of the dark. I can't see. I'm not mentioning to him that I can't see shit.
Yeah, what role would that be to attempt to
Vakta, give me a performance check.
Oh, sure. I think I have proficiency in that. I do. Why?
the assassin? Because you need to pretend to be other people.
Probably.
So Ravage can just give me a survival check.
Does he suck at that too? Probably.
Be nice about my giant angry baby.
Okay, and what is he attempting to do?
He's attempting to do exactly what she said. He's trying to come towards her.
He's gonna run into the wall.
And is he just like turning around and like trying to run, or is he like feeling about?
He turns around because he can't see. His next concern is charging into her, so he's
Okay.
just kind of like walking in that direction.
Give me a D4.
All right.
He's gonna punch me.
So
Stop stifling your laughter. We have joy pop for a reason.
we have. So you start moving towards where you think you hear the voice, and you start feeling the cold concrete wall.
He's just gonna keep feeling about. And
Yeah, so you can hear the voice. It seems like it's coming from your left slightly, and you hear the sound of the metal from this creature, and it sounds like the creature is closer than Vakta is.
Does he have any more actions, or?
Oh yeah, I mean that's just your move action.
Bakta's gonna keep talking. Like, I don't know where you are in this. Can you hear me? She's just follow the sound of my voice. Where are you?
I like to make a double
Yeah,
move
boy,
action
yeah, boy.
then to keep trying to follow.
That wasn't all your movement. You're navigating. You're just having a hard time navigating in the dark, is all.
Okay, so since he's touching the wall and she's to the left, and he's gonna keep following the wall to the left.
Okay. Yeah, so you do, and then you eventually feel the doorway, and you can feel, like, reach out, and, like, you just feel the squishiness of Vakta's cheek.
Hi.
So you've used up 15 feet of movement.
he is going to just kind of like grab onto her arm or whatever, and he's just going to keep trying to move forward since he knows this is the door frame.
Okay, is he trying to move through her, or is he trying to push her through?
He's trying to push her through because this thing he knows is behind him.
Okay, he has no way of doing it.
Stepping back as soon as he's like, as soon as she like gets half smacked in the face, she's gonna like step back and try to like put her hand on his arm and help guide him through the door.
Okay.
It's the most she can do since they're both blind.
Yeah, so you're kind of jammed in there from how Taldir is standing behind you. So it would be like a gridlock. There'd be no way that you both could move through it that way. So that would
I'm
be
stepping on Taldir. Back up.
Are you?
Yes.
That would break his concentration and the darkness would fall.
Would
Not
it?
necessarily.
Would it?
So yeah.
What are the rules around concentration?
You have to roll a concentration check. If anything would
Okay.
disrupt you from doing it, it's typically like taking damage though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then isn't there like a defensive action that he can take instead of an attack or something?
Yeah.
Dodge.
Well, you could either do dodge, which would be defensive, or you could assist with Vakta, and whatever she does on her next turn, she would do with advantage.
He's gonna take a dodge action. Basically, he's just bracing himself in case this thing tries to take a swing. He's
Okay.
just going to take
That's
it.
fair. Rakar, you see everybody rush past you. You turn, and then this darkness just starts spilling through the doorway, and you see it like wisping into the room.
Okay. Ricard just walks slowly into the darkness. Like he is like hypnotized by this thing, and that's his turn.
Yeah, you walk in. You walk in, and it's just like you're enveloped by nothingness.
He's just standing there, like arms out, like ready
Like,
to
this
embrace
is
this.
so nice. No people.
Vardrak, you've seen Batsu head over, and he's looking at this room. And then by the time you turn back to see what everybody else is doing, everybody has disappeared from your sight, and all you see is blackness at the end of the hall.
But as he's done this particular spell several times, I'm guessing he would know what it looks like, correct?
I mean, I'm sure you could assume that this is the darkness spell, but nonetheless, you have lost all visual confirmation of your friends and loved ones and Taldir.
Rude.
and Rakar.
One day I'll be family. One of these characters. Something's gonna stick. No.
Hey, Vardrak is not giving him shit yet, okay?
Okay, but the keyword there, John, was yet.
He hasn't given a reason. Vardrak is going to go to the edge of the darkness.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I don't even know what the hell he would do. He's going to activate message for Vakta. And he's like, he hears a voice in her head say, "Where are you? Get back out of that thing."
And the voice has
trying.
no direction. It's just in your head.
Well, I mean, that would be familiar to Vakta at this point, I would assume.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
but given the spatial awareness that you have right now, which is none because of the blackness, you don't even get like the confirmation of which direction his voice is coming from. It's just in your head.
Yeah, but I assume she knows what that feels like and would be kind of used to it now, because I mean, 5 years, I'm sure Vardrak's done that when he's like, "Where are you?" And she's like, "I'm in the field."
Right? Yeah. I'm not saying you don't know what it is. I'm just saying you're
Yeah.
getting no visual cues or no audio cues from it.
Well, she knows to get out, she has to go behind her, but Taldir's there and she's stepping on him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He is then going to, while he waits for her response, he's going to ready a Cure Wounds spell for whoever comes out of that looks like they fucking need it.
Is message a bonus action?
Oh, you know what? You're right. That is a standard action. So never
Okay.
mind. Yeah, he's just gonna wait for a reply.
Okay.
She can do on the same turn, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, you can get her. She could respond for sure.
Yeah, she's just trying to get out. We're fine.
Okay.
I got Ravage. I got our boy.
Are you saying it out loud, or are you saying this like telepathically to him?
Telepathically.
Okay.
I got our boy. He deserves a treat.
Okay.
I didn't bring the treat back.
Alright. Yep, he's done.
All right. And you guys just start hearing this metal clanking and slamming around.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Now you're holding this bugbear.
Too soon.
Mm,
A whole lot of dead weight.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. So,
This is sound dead.
you're like feeling like or like ravaged, like pushing towards the doorway, and you're like put your hand on his shoulder, and you feel like all of his weight just press against you, like he goes limp. As there's this loud clatter, and then you feel even more force as you feel this slam again, which pushes you back against the door frame, and you just hear the sound of Ravage's body hitting the ground.
Shit.
And it is your turn.
I'm.
Like a good idea at the time. I was trying to think outside the box. I'm not.
Don't worry, guys. I'll help blind everyone.
Doing great at becoming a friend.
What happened?
Well, I mean, so you guys can't say that you saw that he did something wrong.
Yeah.
And
you
in all
guys don't know shit.
technicality.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, Varjok can roll perception to see if he's seen Taldir cast that spell.
He was on the other side of the room. I'm calling bullshit on that.
He wouldn't.
And facing the other direction.
Yeah,
have
he
you,
wasn't-
have you
Jake,
seen
Jake.
Varjok roll perception? He
Yeah, don't
only
even
rolls
worry.
high when it doesn't involve Vakta, and Vakta's over there, so therefore.
Facts.
Yeah, so Vakta, it is your
Same.
turn, and you, like I said, you felt Ravage kind of go limp in your arms for a second, and you felt this slam that knocked you backwards, and you heard his body hit. Like you could feel him at your feet.
I'm reaching down and grabbing him, because I'm assuming if he just dropped, I can just reach down and grab him, and I'm going to attempt to pull him in, and saying, Taldir, I need your help. We need to pull him back.
Oh yeah? Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I'm not very strong. I'm not very strong at all. Think
Yeah.
of that +1,
So like you
which
like
is why I need Taldir's help.
you grab him and you like lean back with all your weight, and his dead weight does not move.
God,
Rips off a chunk of fur.
it's
Yeah.
like real life. I can't. Well. I'm
Oh, actually,
fine
actually,
anyway.
actually, give me a D4.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, you don't move him at all.
Thanks.
I tried.
Yay.
So I'll just say that was a bonus action. You have your movement in full action with whatever you want to do.
No, that's what she is doing. She's trying to pull him back. Like, she's just trying to get him in the door and trying to get Taldir to help.
Okay. Taldir, you can't see her, but you hear her pleads to help you get Ravage back in.
I was just stepping on you, so come on, man.
Can I opt to drop a spell?
What do you
Is
mean
that
to
how
drop a
concentration
spell?
works?
Oh, yeah, you
manually
could drop that, Mish.
darkness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then it'll see us.
Pretty much any spell that requires concentration, you can drop, but usually requires a standard action to do, or a bonus in some cases, but it'll tell you in the spell description.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think you have to
Darkness
use an
does-
action to drop a spell at all. Do you?
Most of them will
You can
stay.
end concentration at any time, no action required.
Okay, so yeah, that's one of the good ones then.
No, that's any spell.
Really?
Yeah, any spell you can drop without needing to. There's no action, no bonus action. You can just do it anytime.
Cool.
Well, his last attack didn't really answer the question that I had originally. Was I wonder if this thing could see through nothingness? Because he hit Ravage, but I mean, he would hear Vakta asking for help, and like he's right next to her, so I assume he would be able to feel around and grab onto her.
Yeah, I mean, she tried getting through the door and bumped into you a little bit, and then you felt her get pushed away. So I mean, yeah, you could definitely.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna reach down and try to pull Ravage back in the direction from where he came from originally, because he would at least have looked at the room and gotten a feel for where he was looking when he casted the spell.
Yeah, that's
to have
fair.
a rough idea of where he's facing.
Yeah, that's fair. Go ahead and give me a strength check with advantage, since how Vakta is trying to pull actively right now too.
Yay.
What
Fuck
the
me.
fuck?
So
Really?
you wrap your arms around her waist and you start pulling, and both of you guys are basically like full body weight pulling backwards, just barely dragging this lifeless bugbear.
That piece of shit.
No.
All right, human chain time.
Okay.
Was that a bonus action?
Yep.
Fuck. I don't want to give it the chance of hitting us again if you can't see us.
It'll be fine, guys, I'm sure.
See you
Yeah.
say
Yep. It's fine. It's great.
that? I'm like trying to think of what he would do in this moment. Actually, could he like? Trying to think of how this would work. Is there any like loose stones or anything on the floor that he could like pick up and like chuck along the wall to make noise on the other side of the darkness? Would he have enough presence to be able to do that?
Give me a investigation check with disadvantage.
This isn't gonna go well.
Feeling around, I mean, you just feel cold, wet stones, but none of them you're able to really get your fingers under to pry up.
Okay. Does anything... Meh. Does anything around him other than, like, what the party is wearing, like, feel magical at all? Is there any kind of, like, magic presence?
I mean, from what you're in the moment of you doing this right now, I mean, you felt Vakta and the ground.
Okay.
You didn't feel anything that felt like, like out of order or something that you feel like you could like chuck through the door or anything like that.
Right. No, I mean like just like even like the books on the wall. Is there or on the shelves or anything? Is there anything around him that would give any other indication of it being not just an ordinary item?
No, not at all. There's not even any books or anything in your immediate area.
Okay.
The only thing that seems out of place here is this darkness.
I wonder what it
really
is.
unnatural.
I mean, he's at this point he's just gonna try pulling and keeping his concentration so he doesn't let the thing know where they are. I guess.
Okay. Batsu, you sort of peer back over your shoulder, and you could see the light faintly glinting off of the back of Vardrak's armor, and you see nothing else in that direction. In front of you, give me a perception check. You hear a sound that sounds like it's like just in the hallway on the other side of where you're at, and you sort of hear that scurrying, scraping sound that, and it like gets closer for a moment, and then you hear it like scurry the opposite way.
That it was gonna be bugs.
He's peeking back every now and then, but he's just holding his defense there.
Okay.
Let me put that thing back on. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Ravage ain't doing so hot. Rakar, you are fully embraced in the darkness. You hear the panic in Vakta's voice saying, "We need to pull back." Ravage, you hear feet shuffling and hands slapping wet stone, and Toldir probably bumped into you a few times when trying to get a foothold, and you still see nothing. And you hear the sound of Vardrak behind you.
Charm.
How many adventures does it take to pull a fat fucking dead bugbear back out of the dark?
Actually, hold on. Before I say anything with this, you cast that spell on Rakar's weapon, right?
Ravage.
Or Ravage's weapon?
Yeah.
So it follows his weapon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So technically speaking then, Vardrak, all of a sudden, like, the darkness just crept forward and, like, you can't see.
But at least he saw it before he went in, so he knows all he has to do is step backwards. And
Well, I mean, for all he knows, it could be filling the whole room up.
could be, yeah.
Yeah.
But he knows if I go do a 180 and walk, eventually I'll get out of it.
Yeah. So like you were standing there, like right on the cusp of this dark, wispy cloud, this curtain, if you will, and then all of a sudden it was like, and enveloped over you too. Yeah, Rakar, all
right.
you, buddy.
So he's gonna put a hand on Taldir and follow his body to Vakta and bless the role you're gonna do, like find him.
To find who? Ravage?
Taldir. Then no, Taldir
Oh,
and
okay.
Vakta. That's who I'm trying to find right now.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, it's pretty safe to say. I mean, if you just felt out that Toldir is right in front of you, and then he's like trying to actively pull Vakta, so you got this human centipede going on here.
Okay. And He does that, and he casts Bless.
And just for saving sake here with me, do you have to be able to see the creature for bless, or just touch them?
1 action, 30 feet, concentration. Doesn't say anything about seeing people. Within range. That's it.
Okay.
So it doesn't even need to be touching them. It's just a 30 feet thing. Quit targeting everybody. Oh my god.
Do you need help?
Yeah, that thing at the top is gone now where I can untarget everybody.
What thing?
Never mind, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's gonna start pulling as well. What is that? A strength check?
Yep. Good strength check with advantage.
All right.
This is the most ridiculous goddamn daisy chain.
Why didn't I get my bless for that now?
Because it wasn't a save.
Well, that was a waste then.
Bitch. How much does Ravage weigh?
Oh boy.
215 pounds. Okay, so we have a now 3-person daisy chain pulling this, dragging this body at this point across the ground.
Oh, man.
So you guys aren't making great progress, but you're starting, Vakta, at this point, you now feel him being pulled. You guys are moving, inches, slowly dragging him across the floor.
Great.
All right, that's his turn.
Vardrak, yeah, so you hear them saying something about Ravage, and you just hear the sound of, like something being dragged.
Or is anybody saying anything during all of this, like between the three of you in this daisy chain?
Oh yeah, I mean, like Taldir would be like grunting and then being like, "Come on, move!" Like very clearly annoyed at the situation.
Ricard's just doing his prayers.
And is Vakta saying anything?
She's just trying to keep pulling Ravage out of this.
So
Vakta's
just
saying,
a series of grunts and prayers.
yeah.
Oh god, oh god.
And metal clinking.
Yeah.
No!
And thumping.
And we're in a dungeon. It makes sense.
And now you guys know.
The king is ordering everyone to the training grounds as soon as we get back. Learn how to deal with a crisis.
Bots is just standing there whistling.
Nothing's going on over here, boss.
Nothing to see here at all. Everything's fine.
Vardrak's gonna reach out because I know he can hear Ricard right in front of him, right?
Ish.
In his fucking annoyance, he's gonna grab for it until he push for it till he grabs something that
Okay.
feels like it's organic.
Okay.
And then he is going to turn around and just start pulling. It's like do a full 180 and just pull whoever he has out of that shit because he is tired of this darkness bullshit.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
And Ricard, give me a strength save.
Okay.
Okay. Can I do athletics?
Sure.
Alright.
Barely.
Get it?
So you feel forward and you feel Ricard's armor and grab him by the shoulders and yank back, and Ricard, you lose grip off of Taldir, and you just feel yourself being forced backwards.
Ah!
Yeah,
He's
in the
good.
darkness.
Yeah, he's gonna go back as far as he can, like see himself again, and then see who he has in his hand.
So with dragging somebody, so that's 20 feet of movement then. As you drag back Rakar, who's like...
If he took one step less than where we moved, would he be able to see Rakar?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna see him, toss him aside, and then try and go back in.
I love
Yes.
him.
Like, oh fuck, wrong one.
So I mean, yeah, you toss him aside, and you got you use 10 movement speed.
I got 10 remaining, or
No, you use 10.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna walk forward again until he grabs something else.
All right, yeah. So you walk forward, and you can feel that Toldir is there, and he appears to be pulling on something as well. And that's gonna be your turn then, unless you have a bonus action you want to do.
No, I was gonna assist, but if his bonus action is all he has left, then I probably can't do that.
All right.
He's laying flat and he's still accurately hitting him.
I'm rolling at disadvantage.
Okay.
I rolled a perception check to see if he would even be able to determine the direction that he's hearing the noises from. So Vakta, you feel
Cool.
you feel this slam right in front of you, which knocks your hands loose from Ravage, and you feel the second one slam right in your chest. Is there anything uncanny that you wish to do in this type of a situation?
Do I not already have it? I thought I put it up. It doesn't look like it's up.
Well, it ends every round. You can't just keep it on, because that would be not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ow.
I don't think you did the right version of that.
You didn't. You just did the name instead of the actual action. You're fine. So yeah, so you feel this slam, and then you feel this second slam, which hits you into the door, and the door kicks all the way backwards and slams against the stone wall. And Vardrak, you hear her let out this grunt in pain. And Vakta, what you gonna do?
Well. Oh God, what would she do? She doesn't want anyone else to die, so she's just focused on trying to get everybody out, including this sack of dead weight fucking bugbear. God damn. If he didn't have a dog bed next hour. This is what happened to like Vardrak to keep a pet bugbear. Do I even know Vardrak's there?
He's yelling and making a lot of noise. Everybody to get the fuck out of this darkness, and you probably heard like Rakar get yanked away, and then his big boots come walking back in towards you. But like, there's just a lot of cussing and yelling. So yeah, you know he's nearby for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, Vakta's just gonna yell, she's gonna yell out for Vardrock. Ravage is down. I can't get him. I can't pull him back. Like, we need help.
Get out of the darkness. I will handle it.
She'll move back. If she wants into Taldir going that way, then she's gonna try to go out this way.
Okay. And pushing through Taldir's space, you're going to have to use double movement speed for that. So that's 20 feet of movement.
Okay.
Yeah, so you, like, push your way through and, like, you stumble against the table that had the papers there, and you feel yourself brush some papers off and knock some books down. And feeling your way around the table, you back yourself up, and then all of a sudden, like, you're backing up, and it's just the weirdest sensation of, like, you can see. You can, like, see the darkness moving away from you.
Now
That's
you
just.
see your car.
It's just.
So that was your movement. Anything else you're doing?
Nah, I got out of the way like I was told. I'm just waiting for people to come out now.
Okay. Taldir, you feel Vakta push her way through you, and you hear her her footsteps rather, kind of slop off into the distance.
Sorry. Where are you off to now, lass? Are we just going to leave him here?
Vardrock's got him. Move.
And obviously, he would have heard, Vardrock say that, like, directly behind him.
Yeah, fair. He just didn't think that, like, she would actually go, because he's used to, everyone staying and helping, but... I guess he would realize that the darkness is probably causing more harm than good, because he would have heard... I assume he would have heard the attack hit Vakta.
Oh, I mean, you would have heard the noises of things being slammed into and her grunting, yeah.
He's probably going to... He's probably going to realize that the darkness is not actually helping as much as he thought it would. So he's going to drop the darkness and just start to walk back.
So you guys all just see the darkness kind of drop, almost like smoke, and it rolls backwards into, like, cloaking over Ravage's body and then back into his spear, and you just see it just completely just go away.
Well, now Vardrak's in the way, so... yeah, I guess I'm done.
Alright, so as this darkness dissipates, everybody except for Batsu, you see Ravage laying on the ground with, like, his armpit sort of in the doorway and his arm reaching out into the room that you guys are in, but his torso, the lower half of his torso and his legs in the other room, and he's laying there motionless, and there is just blood pooled all around him, and you see this iron statuette in the room facing in this direction, and the hilt of its sword is covered in blood, and its forearms and everything are covered in blood. Its blade seems relatively clean, though. Batsu, you can see, like, the silhouette of Taldir and Rakar in the dim light that's shining in. And you're muted.
He's still holding the area down on this side. Doing his defense, and that's it.
Rakar.
car. There's light on the other side of this room, right?
Yeah, so the room looking in the doorway is lit. There's a little bit shining in through the door itself, and you can see, like I said, Ravage in the doorway, just motionless. And just on the other side of him, you see this statuette.
I guess it doesn't really matter yet. He's just gonna wait here for Vardrock to pull Ravage so he can do some magic to maybe get him up.
Are you going to hold an attack, or are you just passing your turn?
Passing.
Okay. And Vardrock, yeah, so the darkness dissipates, and you see your Ravage, laying on the ground, just in a pool of blood.
Loyalty and you gotta be a dog. Y'all so fucked up.
I didn't say dog.
Uh-huh.
I said pet.
Or he could be grateful that he was freed, but you know.
He's very grateful that Vakta freed him.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. Roderick's just gonna run past him, like kind of jump over him to engage this fucking thing.
Okay, that's 15 feet of movement.
Okay. Let's make sure he's targeting him. Cool. Yeah, this is gonna suck regardless. Yeah, fuck it. All right, so first swing.
Is a miss.
Second swing.
Is a miss.
We'll do. We'll do a guided strike on that. That a +10.
On that last one?
Yes.
You could do guided strike at the, like, after?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then 28 would hit.
Okay. 9 smite. Yeah. All right, so he takes a swing at this thing.
Yeah, you hit the clink of the metal on metal.
And then bonus, we're going to try and hit with the spiritual weapon. God damn.
That is definitely a hit.
Another 9 damage.
And the weapon just...
And he looks over and says, "Get him out of here!" And he's like gesturing towards Ravage.
All right. Anything else?
All done.
All right. So as you come in and you're swinging at this thing, you see it snap its head towards you, and its body soon follows, and it raises the sword over its head, and it comes in with this full chopping motion at you. And then you see it clink against the ground, and he just picks it up and slams it sideways in your direction, like hitting it into the wall by, like, right above Ravage's body. Why is this not doing what I'm telling it to do? There you go. Or not. That's cool. Don't bother listening to me. That's why would you do that?
Does anybody or anything ever really listen to the DM?
No. So I'm gonna use this plus my D4 that I was given, so 27 damage. Yeah, so this thing slams down, misses with the first one, the second one it connects with this swiping motion at you. Vakta.
First, let's get out of the darkness. Then let's get him out of here. I have no strength, but I'm gonna run back forward and try to pull Ravage out again. Because oh my god!
I don't think he meant the smallest person in the group.
She's
Here
got
we
the
go
biggest
again.
heart. That's what matters, right?
Okay. When we die, we'll know.
Go ahead and give me a strength check or athletics.
I don't think I'm any better. I think it's the same.
Hey. Yeah, so you grab them and you start dragging them back. You're moving at half speed right now. So where are you moving to?
So, there.
Yep, so Ravage and Toad. Dragging them back. Anything else you're doing? That was your movement.
Calling for a car to get over here and heal his ass.
Okay. Anything else?
Nah.
All right. Tall deer. Unmute.
Oh, told the ear, eh?
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna try to move up there to start with, help out in the fight.
Yep.
And then, let's see here. He's gonna, what here? He's gonna use that there Eldritch Blast again.
I'm waiting for Toldir to say, "Oh." Just, whoop. Let me squeeze by ya.
Whoop, sorry. That was only, well, he gets 3 technically.
First one misses. Second one hits. Before you do anything, give me another 20 roll, though. Okay. Second one hits, so go ahead and roll damage for that second one. And go ahead with your third. That is a miss as well.
Alright, and then as a bonus action, with Mystic Frenzy, I can make a weapon attack. So now, whip it real good!
All right.
And that still has the lightning damage on it.
Does that stay on until you change it?
It's 8 hours. It's
Oh,
8
nice.
hours, I drop the weapon, or I think I can choose to dismiss it. But yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. So, Vardrak, you see this very familiar looking Eldritch magic come out and crash into this thing. And then you see this crackle of electricity as this whip comes through and skids off of the chest of this, leaving like a burn mark from the bottom up.
Yeah. That would be...
That's it, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Batsu. You heard Vardrak yelling to get him back. You see Vakta pulling back Ravage. You see like the light just bouncing off of, like glistening off the blood that's on his skin. Yeah. And you're mute.
God damn it. All right.
It's not me doing it this time.
Batsu yells from where he's at to Vardrak. He's like, you got it? You good?
And
That's...
Vardrak yells, "The threat is here now!"
Got it.
It's always been here. Is Golem's name Clyde?
So to move past Taldir, I would need more than what I
To move past
have
him, it
on.
would take 10 to move past that square. So that's your 45 would be getting right to him.
Fucking clogging up the doorway.
Alright.
All right. That is 10 feet. Fuck.
I don't know what you're talking. It's fine.
Where is my Tensei shot? There it is. I can
So
lay down on myself.
are you actually making an attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So for you to make an attack through, make sure you make your attack with a -5. That is a miss.
Second one.
That is a hit.
And that's his turn.
Yeah, so Taldir, you see Batsu run up behind you and start throwing these. Was that the darts you threw?
Yep, the 2 darts that I had.
You see him throw these darts, and one of them like barely makes it past you. You just see it like whiz right through, like through the gap between your head and the door. And it hits the armor of this thing and just falls to the floor. The second one, you see it actually puncture through the armor, and it's sticking out of like just above the armpit on this thing.
Be careful with that. You almost hit me.
That would have been a shame.
Shade.
And Rikar's turn.
I love you, Jake.
Uh-huh. Dick.
And there is no way it's been a minute since he's died.
No, it has not been a minute technically.
And there is nothing to click on this. It's just a spell.
What are you doing?
Revivify. Like if I got to roll for this.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to roll for it. No. So yeah, so you like touch Ravage, and you hear this coughing sound, and you just hear the liquid coming up as he spits up this blood onto the ground, and he sort of shifts his weight over onto his arm a bit, and he looks at you.
And he keeps his hand on him. And where is this? Bonus action. Awesome.
Well, so you can only do what? A cantrip as a bonus action?
Was it?
Is that how that works?
Yeah,
John?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, he's still pretty dead. No healing for Ravage.
Fucked up, but not dying anymore.
I mean, he was past dying. He was on that next step.
So if he can only do a cantrip, I guess he's gonna do spare the dying on him.
Make sure you don't stub his toe.
Since Vakta is right there, it would pass over to her too.
Okay, so go ahead and target them both and cast it.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
That is it.
All right. Vardrak.
Let's see. I think this is a second level spell. That's an action. Okay. God, we might end up having to do that anyway. Okay. He's going to quicken another spell to use blur on himself again. So that's his bonus. And then he's going to take some attack actions.
Okay.
First one.
Definitely hits.
I don't want to use all of my shit, but I have to find smite. And 2. Yeah. All right. Second attack.
Is a hit as well.
23.
Yep.
And divine smite. This is only. Wait, do I do this? Hold on. I'm like, well, he's the only one fighting this thing. Fuck it. Yeah, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Literally just had 2 other people fight it. This is the only person fighting it.
Oh, I forgot Batsu ran up there.
And Tall Deer.
And Tall Deer. All right.
That's why you rolled 2 2s and a 1 on that roll.
Whatever.
Don't
That
fuck.
attitude.
All right. So, yeah, he already burned his bonus. So, he is done.
All right. And this thing drops its shoulder and charges at you. Nat 20 on a concentration roll. Look at you. This thing like drops, it hits you, pushes you against the wall, and then it slams again with its free hand, and it punches you in the chest.
Hold on. Wait a minute. That second hit. Don't you have to go over AC?
Nope,
To
match.
hit? Have to match.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be worth it to him. We're gonna go ahead and pop shield. First tier shield to give him a +5.
Okay. So this fist is coming at you just as you manage to put the shield up and absorb the blow from this. And he grabs the handle with both hands again, and he raises the sword back up at you.
Okay.
Vakta.
Everyone's fighting. And everybody's in the way.
Yep.
It's almost like that's what happens at choke point.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I'm gonna make sure Ravage stays over here. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Tall Deer.
All right, I guess it's time. Okay. No, the thing's probably strong as fuck. Not gonna do that.
Cliff, was Vardrug pushed anywhere?
You would have been like pushed like against this wall.
Okay.
Oh, thing probably doesn't have blood now, does it? So that probably wouldn't work either way. Never mind.
It does not
Um,
have blood, no.
Okay.
In
I guess I'm just gonna do the same thing again.
Batsu, what are you putting on yourself?
I didn't have my fucking fighting style on this whole time.
You slipping, bruh.
Eldritch Blast.
That's a hit.
Good douche.
That's another hit.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Damn.
And then a third.
Wah, wah.
Then the whip attack.
It's crazy.
Hey, Cliff, I think it took away his double damage on that crit because of the D20.
It didn't.
Okay.
The last thing right on there says critical 1d10 equals 10. He actually rolled a 10 on his crit. So why are you doing a whip attack with Eldritch Blast?
Mystic Frenzy. It lets me, whenever I use a cantrip as my action, I can make a bonus action weapon attack.
Perfect. Okay.
That is fucking crazy.
That's pretty
Blast.
sweet. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot of hits.
So you see like those, you see that very familiar looking energy come through the doorway and hit this thing, and then again you see that whip crackle with the spark shooting off of it. Batsu.
Masu like puts a foot on the doorway, jumps over Taldir, grabs the dart that he put on the floor or that missed,
Mhm.
then pulls the dart out from the golem and put those away.
Oh yeah.
I could roll for it if you want.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm not standing that close to it. And let's take out Bloodbane. I got him targeted. Alright.
And that is a miss.
Come on.
That too.
I can't even do my unarmed strike now. God.
Bless you.
That is his turn then.
Ravage. Finally, the double images are starting to converge, and his sight is coming back, and he's laying in a pool of his own blood.
He starts trying to like he's struggling to get up, and he's like,
Nope.
My apologies, my queen. I will protect you.
Stay down. Down. And Fox is just like tap his head and pointing down, like, no, stay.
He like looks concerned, and then he like takes a knee and just kind of sits there. Ends his turn.
You will stay here and protect me. Vardrock's got it out there. You're fine. That's how I get him to stay, right?
Yeah, exactly. Rikar's turn.
Running out of slots. Now, let's do this for you. And do healing word, because that's a bonus action at second level.
But his healing touch.
That is just a power he has. It's not a spell.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
Yeah, so you heal him, and he's able to muster up the strength to get to his feet. Vardrak, give me a 4d4 plus 4, please. And as your shield absorbs this punch, you just get this revigoration. This anger floods over you of him pinning you to the wall and doing this. And you muster up the strength. Just knocks 15 damage off.
Okay. So this asshole is still standing. So we're gonna keep swinging.
That's a hit.
17. Blind smite. Fuck it. Okay, second swing.
Here's a miss.
Horrible. And finally, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, well, you summon the spiritual weapon off to the side, but it doesn't do anything.
Okay. And he's done.
And after Taldir comes in and hits him with those blasts, his head snaps and then his body follows suit, and he just takes this swing at Taldir. You maintained your concentration.
Of what? I dropped the darkness. I wasn't concentrating.
Oh, okay, then I'll remove it in 1 sec here. But you held your concentration twice, for the record. Good kudos.
There. Am I still technically in the darkness?
No, you removed the dark.
I mean, in that room that I'm in the doorway of.
I mean, the
Because
light is
that
shining
was a
in
dark-
from your current room onto you.
Okay. Fair.
But yeah, so he hits you with this sword attack and like pushes you back against the door, and then he thrusts forward with this great sword and stabs it right into your shoulder.
Vardrak's gonna use a reaction. Since he attacks someone other than himself within
Yep.
melee range. Let's see if we can hit him. We
You
can.
can.
And smite. Running out of spell slots.
You guys are still in the entrance.
All right,
Yeah,
and
we
he
know.
hits him.
All right. Facta.
I was typing in chat. Can I see past Taldir what's going on? Oh, I don't know if I could actually get an angle to see out and see how everyone's
You
doing.
have super
How-
sharpshooter.
How tall is Taldir?
Roughly the same height as Vardrak, maybe a little shorter.
Okay. You probably wouldn't be able to see much. And are his wings out?
I mean, I figured they'd be like extended a little bit after just getting hit, like to regain his balance, but they're
Okay.
not like extended out for any reason.
Right. No, I got you. Yeah. So you wouldn't really be able to tell much what's going on. Taldir would be almost entirely blocking that doorway. So from where you're at, Ravage in front of you, the angle that Taldir's at, not really.
I'll wait it out. I'll see what happens and stay here for a little bit for another round. It's fine. Everyone's fine.
All right. Toldir, 'tis you.
He's just gonna keep trying to blast the shit out of this thing before it fucking kills him. It's the one thing that he appears to be able to do to it.
What'd you say? There you go. That's a hit.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh,
Boom.
a 10.
Nice.
Ooh.
Boom!
Now we're talking.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my legendary resistance to resist that. No, I'm joking.
What the fuck?
On a 4, good job.
Good job.
And Mystic Frenzy, that fucking feature is awesome.
Many
Yeah,
hits.
do.
Is that a hit?
That is not a hit.
Yeah.
All right. Batsu.
Follow suit and just keep swinging.
That's a hit. That is not. That is, though.
Oh, that should have only done it once.
Yeah, it should have. Don't worry, I'll remove all of them.
And every time he punches this thing, you just hear a, what the fuck? Why do I keep doing that?
Tink out, tink out.
Doesn't appear to be hurting him, but it's hurting me.
Keep
It
at
hurts me a lot more than it hurts you.
Ravage turn.
He's not moving.
Rakar's turn.
Well, there's someone blocking the doorway.
I couldn't move without taking another hit. I'm almost dead. I'm stuck. Unless one of y'all fucks want to pull me out.
My wings.
Hey, if you drop, I can shoot over you. So it's
All
fine.
this animosity.
You're
Fucking
fine.
after this is done, Tull, you're just gonna fly and fuck off. You're like, fuck.
Fuck you guys.
Well,
Nick sits on a
landing
building
somewhere
ruffles
else.
his feathers.
I think I already got a fucking concentration on too. Yeah, he's holding his turn. He ain't doing anything.
Okay. Great team you got here, Vardrak. What you gonna do?
Not gonna
can.
anything, Ricard.
You got Toldir, the Asimar door, Batsu, the Metal Puncher, and the Pacifist Trio. That's a hit.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
John on his 37th Divine Smite of the night.
I am almost fucking tapped on these things.
So with that last hit, you hit it, and again, just like what happened before, you see it just tilt over and just hit the ground like you just pushed over a statue. The helmet falls off and rolls in between Batsu's legs.
As he like kicks at this thing, it doesn't seem like there's anything that he can take off of this thing, right? It's just pretty much a statue.
Yeah, it's just a statue.
he stows his weapon and puts his shield on his back and just kind of like just looking pissed, and he just kind of like pushes past Toldir to check on them.
And you see Ravage standing there, like, at the ready, like he's about to do something, but you can clearly see he's beat up pretty badly. And then Vakta's, like, sipping tea or something. I don't know what she's doing.
Being an angry mom standing over Ravage, like,
She's just scolding him the whole time. Can't believe you walked off on your own.
Pretty much. Bad dog.
He waits for her to finish, and he looks at Ravage. What happened? Was it a trap?
Give me an insight check from Ravage. He wouldn't have known where the darkness came from. Like, all he would have known is that he got hit by this thing, turned around, and then it was like blackness.
Vakta, I've not seen you embrace your tiefling heritage to use such abilities, unless you started today.
It wasn't me.
He immediately looks at Rakar.
Ricard is like getting ready to heal people. He's like, I was standing on the other side of you. That was not me.
Then where did that come from? He's just asking generally, not just at Rakar.
I mean, so Ravage would have just replied with like the thing started attacking and then it just got dark. I mean, I guess Tall Deer could step up and be like, "Oh, I'm the one that cast it," but I mean, I don't think
He could.
I mean, just from my perspective with this, I don't see Vardrock would immediately go towards assuming someone cast it versus assuming that it was some sort of a trap, though.
Well, his first he hasn't seen anyone cast darkness but himself.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like,
And then he had Vakta checking for traps as he walked with her into the room, and then all of a sudden, like, door slam, animated device, and then darkness. So it seemed like in the instant of all of those things happening almost at once, to him being on the other side of the room, he thought maybe it was a trap that was missed.
Vakta.
Yeah, that's not it.
He looks back at Vakta, is like, could we have missed one?
I don't think I did, but it's possible.
Taldier's just going to be inspecting the golem, trying to see how it was making it move.
Whistling.
I mean, he looks very intently focused on trying to figure out how these things work and are moving, and not really paying attention to the conversation.
Give me an Arcana check.
That's what I was hoping to say.
You can sense like a strong magical residue on this, but you feel that it is since past. Whatever was bringing life to this is gone.
Tall Deer, you feel a hand on your back. And hopefully this gets you a good amount.
Hi.
Vardrock's just kind of just rubbing his head. He's like, regardless, this is apparently going to challenge us. This place, I guess, is made to challenge us every step of the way. And I've all but exhausted myself in those two things that just attacked us.
I am very tired as well. I do not know that it's wise to continue without perhaps going back outside investing for.
Vardrak's gonna reach out to Asha and ask her if everything looks clear out there.
She would report back that nothing strange has happened. No animals have even spooked the horses or anything. It's been calm, snowy.
All right, let's get back out of here and set up camp. We have a man hurt, and I'm sure Rakar is probably just as exhausted as I am.
He's like getting up from healing Ravage again. And he's like, yeah, one more fight, and I don't know if anyone would have recovered from it, from me at least.
All right, everyone out.
Batsu, without a scratch on him, just skips along outside. Hasn't used
Flailing
a
his
single,
arms.
hasn't used a single key point or anything.
Sure would have been nice for you to have helped back there.
You talking to me?
I literally saw Sin's nose twitch when I said that. Like, this motherfucker.
Did you actually say that to him?
Yeah.
He like just keeps going. He's like, yeah, I was doing what I was told, defending an area. Shit started happening. I came running. Not much else I could do unless you want me to bear hug this guy to the ground.
That'd be funny to see.
He doesn't say anything. He just keeps walking past Batsu.
Vardrak is walking out next to Vakta. He's like, what happened when you went into the darkness?
It was dark. I tried to get Ravage to follow my voice so we could get out of there, and he was, I'm assuming, hit, and I had to get him out.
Damn it, Allie.
Oh,
All edge, no point. Like,
beautiful and accurate.
So are you guys actually walking like outside?
I don't
Or are you
think,
like
well,
going
I
to the
set up-
entryway or?
I figure like just outside because this is just like a cave thing, right?
Yeah.
Just outside of it. Just kind of making camp there.
All right. And what's your guys' marching order?
Hate when you ask that question, Cliff.
I'm
think
always
Batsu-
scared when you ask that question.
I
Good.
think
I'll ask it
Batsu
more
would
often.
be in the front for once.
Skipping.
We're letting
Yeah, like, there was
How
nothing wrong with him. Not even winded.
letting Ravage and Rakar like kind of get a little distance while Vardrak's talking about But
Yeah, Ricard would be making sure Ravage doesn't pass out.
You look a little pale there, buddy. You're all right. So you guys walk out into the cave system again, the narrow, winding cave that's heading back out towards the broken cabin. And as soon as you guys get about 15 or so feet into this cave, you guys hear this loud slam. And as you turn around backwards, the stone door has sealed itself shut.
What do you think the chances are that we're going to be able to open that again?
Probably slim to none.
Feel like we weren't supposed to leave.
Looking back at Vardrock, is there anything noticeable on his forehead again?
Nope.
Hey, you're cured! That's all we had to do!
Mm. Shit.
I
So
think you're muted, John.
No, he's just sitting there in anger silently.
This is, after I get some rest, we'll see if we can figure out how to get into this thing. Because we didn't do all this for nothing. So set up camp, and he looks over at Batsu, looking all fresh and rested, like, I'm sure you wouldn't mind taking first watch, right?
he's already like pulling out the book and getting comfortable. It's like, no, I got it.
And as he's setting up camp, he's, my queen, I need you by my side in any fight that we're in. The queen is the most powerful piece on a chessboard. And I can stand in front of any size demon, devil, monstrosity that we face, but I can't kill nearly as fast as you.
Well, near the beginning, I was just trying to get Ravage. And near the end, there was no way I could have gotten past several people blocking the door when I couldn't even see through it to see what our enemy was. So it sounds like as a group, we need to be more cohesive and not just me by your side.
I would agree. I just need to know, because I couldn't see where you were, what you were doing. I just needed to know that this had nothing to do with your reluctance over the last few years.
Vox's face switches from hurt to angry and then just impassive, and she's just like, because fighting a suit of armor makes such the difference in the world. She just completely bypasses the, like, no, it's a suit of armor, it's fine.
All right. I didn't know if you were apprehensive about fighting or if it was taking lives. You don't like to talk about it, or much of anything. He, like, you look at his face, he doesn't mean as an insult. It's just his honesty as usual.
Yeah, I know. That's the worst. Vox is just like, I feel like she's gotten used to this by now. Even though Melissa still goes, you bitch.
I mean, if Melissa hasn't gotten used to it, why would Vakta have?
Because Vakta's been dealing with it for over 5 years at this point.
I mean, how long you been dealing with John? Right?
You shush.
That's a very fair point. I feel like Vakta's also slightly nicer than I am.
The assassin. Gotcha.
The assassin is.
No, she's definitely probably one of the nicest characters I've had.
Talk shit on every other PC in the group. So nice.
Do
you know me? Pretty sure I'm just a gossipy high elf in disguise, okay? Like, fuck you guys.
Cliff, would I still need to be reading this book, or can I do like my blacksmithing now?
You can do whatever you want to do.
All right, I'm not gonna stop until I get this fucking feed.
Oh no, you got the feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You reading the book at this point is more RP flavor than anything. You got the feat though.
Okay.
But best believe the degree that you read this book will affect things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're camping in the cave, right? Or outside the house?
I would imagine just outside the door to just slam behind us.
You
Okay.
guys are just in like a narrow, like 8 to 10 foot wide cave that it's a natural, like looks like it was almost tunneled this way. Cave that snakes around a bit, and off in the distance you can see where it goes up towards the house.
Vardrock, you want me to keep working on your armor?
Can you do so without a forge?
Yeah. I got my tools right here, always with me. The only thing that really stayed with me once the fucking everything dropped.
I gotta go bringing up old shit.
Very well. When he unfastens everything, takes it off, and hands it over.
Mm.
Just got his usual robes underneath it and everything.
Well, I'm gonna re-roll that.
You have 3 points left. There you go. That's a success.
Okay.
Wait, is it?
Is it?
No, I don't think it is actually.
What?
You're making +2 gear now, right?
No, +1. Because the armor was plus, well, it had no pluses.
Okay, then no, then you did. You just barely made it. 15.
Vardrock hears a hammer slip and sits up. What was that?
Yeah, Box's eyes are like wide open right now. It's okay. I got it. Everything's okay.
Vardrock's sleeping, wakes up. What? No. Go back to bed. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're good over here. So is everybody else sleeping?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't you know?
Okay. Batsu, you said you didn't get hit or use any key points or anything, right?
Nothing.
All right, good. That makes my life a little bit easier because then I can just do a long rest for everybody. John, Ravage is doing all fighter, you said, from here on out?
Yes.
Boom.
Easy.
Boom. Ravage and Rakar have both gained levels.
Yay.
5e experience.
Oh, we got some health now.
So, Batsu, you are working on this armor and getting everything ready for it. And you hear this voice. And it sounds like Megami's voice calling for you from the cabin above.
He just keeps going, no.
Starts hammering louder.
I can't hear you. Yeah, and as all throughout the night, like the voice gets louder and louder, and like the sweet sound of her voice like starts turning more and more like guttural, and like finally you just hear it like, I said get up here.
Damn.
Yeah, he gets like his robe off wrapped around his head. And like even after he's done with the armor, he's just sitting there with everything he can to block out the noise.
And you guys all wake up at an indeterminable time. And like you guys see Batsu is like still there, like just like doing busy work, like blacksmithing, and like his eyes all have bags underneath him, and he's just like still up.
Fartruck's gonna walk over and put a hand on his shoulder.
As you put a hand on his shoulder, he fucking hits louder. He's like, no, no.
Oh no.
It's like, no what?
He like takes a look back. He's like, is it someone else's watch now?
Yeah, so you've been at this all night?
This and other things.
Well, yeah, get some rest. How's your work coming?
It's it's good. He just hands it to you. Progress. I made progress.
He starts putting it back on. He's like, looks at you funny. He's like, "You sure you're all right?"
Yeah, the demon I told you about, it's more and more persistent
The
lately.
demon again?
Yeah,
Not the devil this time.
Did he team up with the devil?
Hey,
They're in cahoots.
devil's in the details.
So, were you attacked?
No, trying to lure me away from you guys during the night, and persistently all night.
Lure you how?
Oh, I heard Mogami's voice up near the cabin, but yeah, that no. There's no way she would be here right now.
So, Magami's voice, then you said you had a dream where I took you to the house that's above us, and she was sitting there, and you woke up stabbing her.
Yeah.
She would have no reason to leave the kingdom, right?
Nope, and I doubt she would even know where this place is located.
I'm more so not thinking that she was actually here. Just wondering if this thing can whisper to you in such ways throughout the night, if it would do the same to her.
I see. I wasn't freaking out as much. I was just trying to ignore it, but then you go and say some shit like that.
Oh. Well, then forget I said anything. All right.
Okay.
He slaps him on his shoulder and walks off. He starts doing his morning warm-ups.
She's just sitting there in the corner of the cave.
So yeah, you do your morning. You know what you can do in this cramped cave. Is Batsu gonna attempt to go to sleep?
Yeah, a little nap before everyone starts to head back in.
Okay. And after your routine's over and everything, what do you plan on doing, Vardrak?
He's gonna give everyone a little bit of time to sleep. He's gonna cut his training short because they are out camping and everything. Study his book for a while, and then when it's been enough time, he's gonna wake everyone up to see if we can try and get back into this fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I would assume everybody's awake except for Batsu.
And he's gonna go over and kind of shake Batsu. It's time to go.
Batsu, give me a concentration check with advantage.
Oh, you say concentration or constitution?
Oh, I meant constitution, but I think I said concentration.
You did, yeah.
You know what I mean, God damn it!
Tell me what I said.
From USA.
So you wake up a little tired, but you're still good to go.
All right. Can anyone figure out a way to get inside this door again?
Would the first time it opened, would there have been any like recognizable like magical markings or anything that we could have seen or noticed?
You guys noticed that when Vardrak touched it, like the like carving on his forehead sort of lit up. He would have felt like a cold rush through his head, down his body, through his arm, into his hand, into the door, and then it opened. And then you would have noticed that no more boo boo. Boo boo go bye bye.
Which is why we gotta find another way to break in here.
You there, Bugman. Run at the wall.
He looks at you, squints, then looks back forward.
He just like looks around confused like, do any of you have any other ideas?
How thick did that door appear to be when we first went through?
Like 4 or 5 Cs.
Our car walks up to the wall and he places a hand on it, and he casts Chill Touch.
Go ahead and roll an attack. Go ahead and roll damage. So as you cast it, you see like the ice start to form on it, like thick layers of ice crystals onto it.
No opening.
It does not open though.
How did it open the first time?
When you touched it, it slid down into the ground, and then as you guys left, it slammed itself back up.
Came back up. Okay. How tall is the doorway?
15 or so feet.
He looks over at Taldir and says, perhaps you can fly up there and see if there's anything from the top. Maybe we can wedge down or...
Try. So, and how does flying work for me? Because I have the wings, but I also have a fly spell. But I have to use the spell to technically fly, or can I just use the wings?
No, so I believe that you actually have flight.
Okay.
I think. Let me double check.
Then that spell is
Well, no, the spell definitely will help you because your
I
flight
can
has
touch somebody
certain
else
limitations.
too. I can make
Yeah.
somebody else fly. Yeah, because I'm protector, so I should have flight.
So your flight, the way it works is you have to make your transformation to fly. Your transformation lasts 1 minute. And during it, you have a fly speed of 30 feet. So for 30 feet, or for 1 minute, you can fly 30 feet. So you could travel about 300 feet with your flight.
Okay. And that's the Radiant Soul.
Yep.
So this is gonna look weird. So like, Taldir like takes a step back, and you see his wings kind of like expand out, and he looks down for a second, looks up just directly at Vardrock, and his eyes just go bright, like shining, shimmering white, and like the blackness of his wings all fades, and it's just this radiant light. As like the wings are like glowing right now, and he just like kicks off the ground and shoots up and goes to take a look around.
Yeah, you burst through the floor and out the door, and in the direction that you came from, you can see in that general direction there are mountains.
Okay. Are there any other like discernible landmarks or anything that I can see, or is it just the mountains and the woods around?
It's mostly just mountains. Give me a perception check, though.
I ain't seen shit.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in the woods. You see the cabin, and about 20 feet or so past the cabin in that same direction is a pretty sheer cliff that goes up, and you see the mountains carry on into the collapsing rise, which is the giant mountains that divide the northern chunk of Amethil from the southern.
Okay. Guess he'd just come back down, report what he saw. I mean, there's not much there. There's just mountains and woods.
All right. Oh, Vakta, if you can't find a way past this door, I'm thinking maybe we'll have to try and go above and perhaps even dig down into this place.
I've heard that dwarves are very good at digging, and this is a shame that we don't have one of those around.
Really?
Jake, I'm gonna give you a
You
player
wanna
point for
fucking go
that
there?
one. Jake, you now have 9 player points.
Fuck yeah. I'll cast shade on my own characters. I don't give a fuck.
Vakta, you want to see?
Unless
if
it's
you
just
can get this
mad.
door?
I'm just mad. Yeah, should I I'll roll perception, see if I see anything. Any way to open the door?
You don't really see a way to open the door, but you do see that, like, the frost that Rakar cast on there with his chill touch is still on there, almost like it froze the metal, or not the metal, but the stone.
Huh. I don't know if there's a way that we could break it down, or if freezing it would make it more brittle since it's staying frozen. I don't know. There's no like clear like locking mechanism or anything that could be.
Nope, it is sealed. There's barely a lip. It's almost flush with this perfectly flat wall, and the door is just like, if you guys didn't know there was a door there and you came down like at night, you'd probably think that was just a dead end.
Cool.
So,
Well, I
Ricard, keep doing that. What you're doing.
He's like looking around at this point. He's like, do you mean with the wall or me looking around?
The wall.
So he goes and he puts both hands on it, and he's just gonna keep casting chill touch in different spots, I guess.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll. Like you're not noticing it spreading or anything.
Are you sure this is something that we should do?
Yeah, the one spot that you touched before is still frozen, but like where you touched it at just now, like it's not spreading or anything.
He's gonna try to go and like spread what he already has out more. Like touch right next to him where he did it before.
Yeah, I mean you can give me an attack roll if you want to with it. Not noticing anything.
So the ice is only sticking in that one spot.
Yep.
All
Someone smack it. Like really hard.
Okay, what did I just say about the bug fellow
You hear
hitting
Ravage?
the wall? I literally just said that. Now you're saying the same thing. That is my idea.
he's like, yes, my queen. Ah! And he runs up and he
Just backs up.
Give me an attack roll.
Calder, you're just like standing there, like just super frustrated, like these absolute morons. He's not saying that, but that's the expression on his face.
You hit the wall and it's just like hitting a solid wall.
He's hitting right at the icy part.
Yep, I gotcha.
And he's going to continue to do this unless someone stops him.
All right, that you don't get 4 attacks. But all 4 of those attacks do nothing. Like you're just tinking off of this area that is still frozen.
Vardrak's like, all right, stop. Pushes him out of the way and puts his hand on the ice to feel it.
It's really cold.
Thanks. Good description.
Yeah, you don't feel any magical energy surging through you or anything. All you feel is the cold of the ice on this door. That for some reason this one spot is still frozen, but it just didn't seem like Ravage was hitting it hard enough.
He's gonna keep his hand there and then cast like a firebolt, but use control flame to keep it in his palm, and just start increasing the fire and just heating up that area.
Give me an attack roll.
Fucking going straight Todoroki on this.
Give me a damage roll.
That Iron Golem.
So as you do this, you start like seeing the ice melting away, and then you start seeing the door melting back, and like the door just starts to like shatter, like fault lines cracking through it, and you have enough that you finally can push, and this entire stone door comes collapsing down. And as the dust settles and you look in, you see that the entryway room has been completely reset, and the one statue that was in the middle that you guys knocked down is standing back there holding the sword up with the other 2 worshipping it. And that's where we're going to end it at for the night.
I fucking knew that was gonna happen.
Melissa,
You just goblet of fire at us, Cliff. Really?
I've never seen that, so I don't know.
What?
Vardrak's too impressed with what he just did to even notice what the room was looking like.
Calder, you're just gonna look and goes, well, at least we know not to touch it this time.
Vardrak goes and touches it.
God.
So with that, thanks to Beneath the Dirt for the follow. Thanks to Melissa for the resub of 13 months.
Uh-huh.
Thanks to Dredson for the resub of 3 months. And thanks to Game Checks for the host. Allie, thanks for hanging out. And Bob, obviously, you know, he's Bob. He always gets the things. So with that, I'll see you guys next week. We'll see what becomes of this little adventure here. Do we have any guesses on what Jake's class is?
That Matt Mercer one.
I mean,
Which one?
The first one, the official one, the what do they call it? Edgelord Extreme.
Yep, that's it. Boom, you got it.
close enough.
What is this? D&D Beyond.
The Matt Mercer one? Oh, you mean the gunslinger?
It's almost like I
I'm
like the
sensing
shit that
a
he makes.
theme. Blood Hunter.
Yeah. You don't get anything, but congratulations.
Oh, fuck you. More specifically, the Order of the Profane Soul.
Ooh.
Accurate.
I didn't even know that.
Do
Probably
you
did, I
have,
just didn't.
Jay, do you have access to agonizing, what is it, agonizing blast or something like that? It's
They
where
call it
it
when-
enhances the Eldritch Blast to where it adds on your charisma bonus to the damage.
No, is that like a warlock modifier?
That's
Yes, I don't know if you get those.
No.
you wouldn't get that one.
Oh, that sucks.
No, I only get it because of that the profane soul thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that means I can uncensor the intro. So next week, not only will the intro work properly, but it will be uncensored. Yeah, so with that, gonna raid out. Thank you guys again for hanging out. Thanks to the players, obviously, for creating your own misery and letting me enjoy it.
Bastard.
We're gonna raid Behold Roleplay, which is not the one that I normally do. It's another one. It's a decent group. I've hung out in theirs a few times, but my normal one's not at their stream right now. They're on a BRB, and I don't want to send you to a BRB because I feel like that would be rude. So with that, yep, gonna call it. Thanks again so much.
Thank you. Code is stone.
And just remember, life is always funnier when you laugh like
this.
What the fuck?
All right.
Both are done.